Welcome back to Echoes of the Astral Sea, session 25. Last we left off, the party just arrived in Hyrule, well, Hyrule proper. They are smack bang in the Hebra mountain range, and they need to go all the way to Hateno village. And so, yeah, we're just gonna pick right back up where we left off.
So,
Okay. We're on the mountainside, and none of us know where we are.
it is cold here too.
I mean, that's given we're at the top of a mountain. So the
Well,
two
yeah,
of us
but
in
I mean,
full on like
yeah,
vacuum rated suits are probably like, it's all right.
I'm wearing an
know what they're talking
environmental
about.
suit, and I'm still freezing.
What is it? I guess, what is it? Both Emiria and Vega are technically from Eastern Europe, which is notoriously cold. For the
Yeah,
most
you're
part.
probably fine? Question mark.
Mhm.
What I'm the most worried
we're
about is
just
Mary.
chilly.
She's from New
It's
York.
probably chilly, but
she's
it's not like you're not like freezing to death.
Yeah. And
Mm.
New York gets pretty cold in winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just a little chipper.
Yeah.
And
I just get worried about it
it's,
because I had to equip the full when I put myself in the position in the game to get a look at the
to
bearings.
immerse yourself.
My character legit had to put on all the cold gear.
Oh.
Otherwise he would have froze to death.
Mhm.
So anyways, so
I'll say it's also summer in Hyrule currently, so it's not as cold as it could be.
Summer.
Fun.
fair enough. That's just gonna make the desert worse.
Lovely.
It's fine.
Okay,
Do we know where we're supposed to be going?
yes,
yes, east.
mhm.
East. Okay.
That's the best we have to go off of. East.
East. Okay.
East of the
So
southeast.
You can
Does
also
the
right
compass
now we have
the
says
HUD
left
compass on my
address.
helmet work on this plane or no?
yes, the compass does work.
Okay.
Also,
I
I'm just gonna say this: in the distance, you do see a flare go up.
I have my AI basically
over
put
there.
a pin on the map right where the flare went up.
Mhm.
Well,
Over there.
put a pin on whatever map you're currently making. We don't currently have a map of this place. So
True.
we're gonna
But it was more like a dot, like on like a HUD dot on. If I were to do it.
basically you made a radar point and your
Yes.
HUD is tracking where that is in relation to you.
Yes.
Anyways, either way, we have a position.
Mhm.
Okay, so best way to get out of these mountains looks like we take the eastern path. Looks like there's a path that passes that giant canyon in front of us. Now, the first order of business is getting down from this hill.
Is it a slope or is it like a sheer drop off at some points?
In one direction,
both.
it's a sheer drop off. In the other direction, you can kind of go around. It'll just be a hill, like a slope.
Yeah.
Like if you just went straight forward, it would be a sheer drop off. But
Yep.
Okay.
We would land directly on the path, though.
Because I was like, I do have Featherfall with my built-in thruster pack,
yeah,
so I
you
could
have
carry.
Featherfall.
I could carry one of you and just jump.
Did I disengage
I call
Featherfall or? Oh no, I still have Featherfall, so two of us have Featherfall. And Legion will just be fine.
And since you do have Featherfall, Neelo, that's the Featherfall that can be cast on other people as well. I believe you get like
Yeah.
5 targets with it.
Yes, you can. So we can do that.
Okay. So I just look around, look at my cybernetic arm, and just sort of be like, well, surely it can't get any worse than this. Time for a field
Famous
test,
last
and I
words,
give
let's
you all
go.
a mock salute, and then I just step right off the cliff and use my armor jets to keep me from going splat.
Yeah, they do engage in time, and you hit the ground a little rougher than you intended to, but but you
Only
still
like
don't take any damage.
But yeah.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, I guess we're following him.
Sure seems like it.
And she'll start accessing her Omni tool and then engage a weird bluish field ish, almost electric field around some of the remaining party members, including Mary.
Oh yes,
and
Mary's with us.
Mm-hmm.
yes, I should probably grab her sheet.
Yeah, that would be
Probably.
important, given that there is going to be combat very shortly.
Mm-hmm.
I assume there appears to be a settlement, so we should head that way. Anyways, geez. Let's go ahead and jump down, and the field will intensify and slow our descent before dissipating entirely. Oh, and Legion just dead ass drops off the cliff.
Yeah, Legion just drops off and is fine.
Yeah. like he
Like if
he
we were
does
doing
one of
on a
those. He does
scale,
one of those.
he jumps off. I jump off and have a descent thruster, and the rest of you just sort of slowly float down.
Like he might as well have done one of them Wall Street walk out the windows. But yeah, if we're all down. I'm assuming Amiria's creatures make it down somehow.
Yeah,
Okay,
they could
well,
like
let's
climb
see.
on Bradley or
Alternate.
just or the claw. Like the two big ones could climb on Bradley, and all the rest could just
Let me count.
right on Emiria.
Myself, Vagar, Emiria, Mary. I could put Featherfall on one of her bigger ones, and they all just climb on that one.
Yeah, I mean technically it would only have to be like the biggest one, because I think Hans can just go onto me, and then the two homunculi can just support each other in these troubling times.
Yeah. Point is, we're all down on the ground, so let's head east towards.
Head north, you mean?
Yeah. I suppose it is north-ish.
It's northeast.
Yeah, northeast.
East.
The path moves to the east.
Yeah, you do see
Let's head that way.
Oh, by the way, you did get a long rest before the end of last session. I just forgot to mention it.
Ooh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll
just make sure to engage that just to be safe.
Yeah.
Point out the irony that I lost an arm,
and
12
erase
damage.
Mary's lost hit points from that bastard ghost.
Yep. Oh.
Damage.
Can anyone else hear the muffling, or is it just
Yeah.
Sounds like it's coming from Brad.
Yeah, it does.
You okay there, buddy?
There's some weird noises coming from your mic, Brad.
All I hear is the muffling and stuff, and him going, "Dang nabbit!"
Like he might have spilled something, or something happened, and he might have busted his microphone. What?
Oh, there we go.
There you are.
Okay, no, I was saying, is it just me, or is it ironic that I lost an arm to 12 damage with 2 sessions ago? I took 40-some damage and was just fine.
That's what crit damage looks like, apparently.
Yep.
Yes.
Anyways.
Don't worry, I'm sure one of us is going to eventually join you with the whole, considering Vagar's track record of ripping us apart.
Man.
It's always me that losing limbs. Last time we had a limb lopped off from an injury, it was Helios.
Yeah.
Huh.
Forgot about that.
Anyways,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you're heading through the you're heading through the tundra. You can see the very strange looking settlement up ahead. There's like a big building that has what looks like a wooden statue on top that kind of looks like a horse.
It looks like the head of a horse.
Vaguely
Kinda.
equestrian-ish.
Yeah. You see some horses out in the tundra, and then from the sky, you hear 3 roars in unison as a giant 3-headed dragon swoops from the sky and attacks.
Lovely.
Fresh dragon scales.
Oh,
Just
all
lovely.
of these things are lovely.
Just lovely.
Oh,
Three-headed dragon. That can't possibly go wrong in the slightest.
oh yeah.
I have no idea how because I've never played any of the
I
Zelda.
got a 12. Oh, hey, I'm not going
What?
last this time.
Oh, hey, look at you.
For some reason, I either end up at the end or at the other end. I'm
I
like
need
never
to
in the middle.
get
It's weird.
Oh, right, Mary.
my stat block here. I forgot to pull that up.
Yes.
Ooh,
I'm usually either like second to last or second in the order period.
Mary
Position.
currently realizes her position is not ideal.
Oh yes, classic fireball formation.
Yeah.
Just a sec. I'm working on it.
It's not even just that. Mary is
You can
the closest thing we have
you
to
can
that.
you can rearrange your party if it's like that wouldn't be your marching order.
No, I think this is good.
I think
Fine.
it's fine. Like we didn't like none of us expected to be in combat. We saw a little settlement nearby and we thought it was safe. We
Yeah.
were
And
wrong.
also, I'm on the interior.
Also, we were just walking
Yeah.
down the hill.
Okay, Neelo, you're
Yeah,
up
yeah,
first.
no, this. Okay. Wow, right after me, huh?
Mhm.
So it's you and then
Both
it's
my
you.
characters then a Gleeok.
Yep.
That's fun. So
That's one sharp tooth.
first order of business, I'm gonna. Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
Oh no. What's Neelo gonna do? There's no chest side walls here. How does combat? No.
Yeah, you're just in a tundra.
You're raw dogging this
Yeah.
shit, bro.
And I'm not big
Yeah.
enough. I'm not a high enough level for you to use me as chastise wall yet.
You can Neelo can use Bradley as half cover, just not as 3/4 cover yet.
Ah.
Yeah.
How many bodies must be in front of me?
I'm
in
just
order for it
laughing
to
hard because I
consider
realize,
cover?
oh, hey, this is my first combat session where I can't just use something as cover.
You can use a creature of your size or larger as half cover.
I mean, you could
Alright.
run over here, but that's a pretty good ways away.
I'm
Run
gonna go
behind me.
here and
That's 50 feet. There's a nice rock
I'm
over
gonna
there.
move here and try to
you can get
use you
there.
as half cover. Although I feel like that's not gonna work out in the meantime. That's what Neelo would do.
Hmm.
Legion, try to move this way, I suppose. And you know what? We're gonna have him try to shoot at it.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot somewhere on it. We haven't really identified a target for it yet. Let's pull up Legion. Oh goodness. Switch.
Well, that's a good question.
There we go.
No.
Nice job, Legion.
Oof.
Second attack.
Legion, go!
Ah,
That's better,
huzzah!
Legion. That is much better, Legion. Much better. I don't have to say horrible things about you again.
I'm gonna be clear about something. Everything past this like wavy snowdrift area here is deep snow and is considered difficult terrain.
Good
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah.
That is good to know.
2d6 plus 5. Yeah, good work, Legion. I'm proud of you.
Wow.
Uh,
Like wow, min damage. Almost.
yeah.
Almost minimum damage.
Min damage would technically be
Yeah, almost
5, but a
minimum.
1 and a 2. So I mean
1, 2
Min
plus 3. So
Really,
and Neelo will perform a a fire attack at this point because that's just what I use my gun setting on now.
Question actually. I've
my
never fought a Frost Gleeok. Are they like the other ice enemies where they're weak to fire?
yes.
Okay.
Although it's more effective to shoot them in the face. Neelo doesn't know this, obviously.
Yeah, but like they are still weak to fire. Got it.
Yep. Should be anyway.
Okay.
In theory.
I have no idea what the electric ones are weak to, so if you throw a King Gleeok at us, I have no idea what's going to happen.
What would I even use
water,
for
maybe?
King Gleeok? Would that be like a Tiamat stat block or something?
I guess? I have no idea.
Yes,
Blue
that is.
Great Worm?
Wow. Neelo rolling
Well,
fantastically,
King
apparently.
Gleeoks have one fire head, one ice head, and one lightning head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a mutated Tiamat stat block.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 damage. Yeah.
Do we
Slightly
notice
and I-
that it seems to be more effective to use
Yeah,
fire? Or
yeah,
is
it is
okay.
more effective to use fire against this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mary will use her analysis. What do I get from that again? Been so long.
Should be on your sheet, the list of things you can get. Highest stat, lowest stat, AC, creature type, speeds.
I think there's extra stuff you can learn because you're an investigator too.
Probably.
Let me pull up the investigator on the wiki because I don't have all that immediately written down on Mary's sheet
The
in clean
investigator
detail.
and just the savant in general, so you know what your features have. Remember, Mary is a 20th level savant, so you have all these features.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really should have made a B
That's what
team.
I was gonna do.
really should have made a B team stat block for Mary.
Yeah. Probably. Oh well, too late now. Savant. Savant. Let's see. What is that? Where is it? It is.
I'm gonna go check on my cat real quick. Be right back.
I'm blind, apparently.
Question is, close the distance and use sword, or take pot shots from a corner?
Oh, there it is.
That's what I'm trying to figure
you're
out.
supposed to be the tank.
Well, because I've got that new fancy arm that I could shoot out.
Oh, I
grapple
need to hit
things
it.
And then pull myself to it, so I could either instantly just teleport myself right next to it, or well, it's within speed, so I guess that doesn't make a difference. Or I could just yeet myself over here.
Is this the snow
This
drift?
the wavy line, yeah. So
Okay.
there.
That's what the wavy line.
Out of there, Annabelle. Out.
The other cat.
Wait, you can actually hear me right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Hello.
What?
Hello.
Greetings.
What?
You didn't mute your microphone.
No, I'm not even in the same room as my microphone right now.
No, we hear you
Oh,
perfectly.
no, we can hear it.
It's pretty
It sounds
clear.
like you're just
Sounds like
close
you're
to
still
your
next to the
microphone.
computer.
Yeah, it sounds like you never stood up.
It's not freaking using the right microphone, apparently.
You got your like phone on you or something?
No, I have a different
Yeah, like-
microphone plugged in, and apparently
like,
my
an
headphones. Apparently my headphones can like be a microphone without the microphone plugged into the headphones.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
The wonders of modern technology.
Now you know. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how's the audio now?
Oh,
Wow,
that's
very
that's-
different.
that is crisp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's my nice work microphone.
Yeah, that is.
Let's see.
That is crispy. Holy crap.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Now that that's changed over.
Yeah, first I need to see if Mary actually hits the darn thing. With a shooty shoot.
Well, I mean, she does have plus 6
With this
proficiency
one.
bonus,
Oh,
so
yeah.
she has a better chance than the rest of us.
Whoa. I need to reduce the volume desperately. Okay.
Do that.
Why that?
Apparently it started making my volume really loud.
Mm.
Oh.
Ah.
Hey.
26.
I think Mary
I hope that
hits.
hits.
A little bit of a decrease on it. Just a sec. Sorry, I'm sorting out audio things.
That's fine. Please stand by. We are
I'll
having
just get the
technical
attack damage ready.
difficulties.
Okay. This is my headphones, right? That I'm hearing from? Yes, it is my headphones. Good. Okay. Okay. Mary, yes, Mary absolutely hits.
All right. That much damage, and I wish to learn. You know what? We'll go with.
Reduce Joey's volume a teeny bit.
We will go with the creature type, I suppose.
It's a dragon.
Well, I figured that was pretty obvious. It's
Fair
either a
enough.
dragon
It's
or a
not
dragon
always-
elemental.
Yeah,
Dragon
it's
thieves
fair.
nuts across
That's
your
fair,
face.
but it's not a. It's not always obvious with these things sometimes.
I figured you would have gone for something like AC, because like creature type is pretty much useless unless you want to use one of the arrow of blank slayings, which none of us have, or one of the specific like evil and good kind of spells.
Technically, we could make one, but we have to think about that beforehand.
Yeah,
I can always do that again.
and also like undead or something like that would probably be a more useful one because it's more likely to be encountered than dragon.
Anyways,
Anywho,
Like I said, it was just important to identify whether or not it was specifically a dragon, so we'd know. If there was anything special.
The thing looks like a triple Cyclopean King Ghidorah.
yeah, kinda.
You telling me it's not a dragon?
Anyways, anything else, Mary?
No, that's all from Mary.
Okay, it is the Gliok's turn. The only things well, there's only one thing that has managed to deal fire damage to it yet.
Yep.
So.
Goodbye, Neelo.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Hey, Bradley, you got this, right?
Oh,
Bradley,
It
you got
made
this, right?
Maddie, it made our decision for us. It
You
came
know,
to us.
it's actually gonna fly around. It's actually flying around Bradley. So
Flying.
no, it landed, but it was flying around. It did fly around Bradley. So no, you do not get your cover against this.
Bradley, you suck at this.
So Neelo, first attack.
Haven't got the chance to move yet.
First attack. That's
And
a
I was half
nat
contemplating
1.
Flying over here anyways, so
second-
anyway.
Second attack is a 25 to hit,
Ouch.
and the third attack is a dirty 20 to hit.
Ooh,
Ouch!
I think that might also hit. It's okay,
I
Neelo.
think
right
two
here.
of those hit.
Luckily, those are both of its claw attacks that hit. Neither of its bite attack. Its bite attack did not hit.
Okay, good. How much ouch?
Total of 26 slashing damage.
Owie.
All right. Let's see here. Vagar, your turn. So, Vagar, question for you: are you resistant or immune to cold damage?
Are you a cold boy?
No, I don't have any resistance.
Okay, you lose an unexpended hit die. Write that down somewhere.
Write that down. Write that down.
Ouch.
I lose a hit die.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's cold.
This thing in particular is exuding an aura of even more cold.
Yeah. If it wasn't cold before, it sure as hell is now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me
I've
double
feeling
check to see.
that's what's gonna happen on sort of every turn if we don't leave.
Okay. Alrighty. That's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's great. It's wonderful. Alright, that's perfect. Wonderful. Great. Love it. Alright. Cool. I'm going to take out my...
I don't know, try chopping one of its heads off.
I'm trying!
How does Pharaoh
I'm
look?
working on it! Hit die. Okay, perfect. I am going to take out my silver sword, and I am going to do a... Where are you? a crimson right. Or
Okay.
yeah, crimson right.
And you will have to
Fire, not acid.
All right, and you will have to move closer.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
use
I'm
me as
stupid.
cover. I'm not
But
good
if I
cover.
go this, if I go, I'm not using you as cover. I'm not using you as a meat shield.
Yeah, that would be. You are you are like the flimsiest person here to use as a meat shield.
I think it's possible Emeria might be weaker.
Oh, well, how
It's
many hit
pop.
points do you have?
You're both tiny. You both have.
I don't know if she is or not.
If I move like right here, would that be considered flanking or no?
Yes, that is considered flanking.
Where I am right here?
Mm-hmm.
Or do I need? Okay, cool.
You're good.
Alright.
Classes.
Get 'em.
Blood Hunter.
Get in!
Kill him.
Get him.
Your rate is a D6 currently. Let's see here.
Oh my god, that'd be a good combo.
First attack does not hit. That was at advantage, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Second attack does hit.
Yippee!
Alright. Good to know that 23s do hit.
Yeah, I feel like 20.
And then...
Nice, crisp max damage.
That'd be a good combo move, but I don't know if we'd want to do it.
Okay, so then that's
Maybe
all for
later.
me. 19 damage fully.
Okay. It is Muria's turn.
You know, I really want to cast this spell, but at the same time, I don't think it's gonna be like doing jack crap, so probably.
Wait, actually, the Gleeok is going to take a legendary action. So, one of its heads turns to Vagar and emits a low growl. Vagar, make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yay! What's it? Okay.
Is it just me or did Hannah's audio change again?
Did my audio change?
No.
Not that I noticed.
Okay, I must be crazy then.
Alright, you succeed.
Not unusual.
Yeah.
Anyways, now it's Amiria's turn.
Alright then.
Do your thing.
Yes. This thing looks like it's good at Constitution saving throws,
Mm-hmm.
so probably not do that. Alright.
Unless you have like hex.
No, I don't have Hex. I have Rack. What is it? Alright, I shall summon Brittle Bones Nikki, probably over here.
In the snow?
There's snow everywhere.
No,
Yeah,
but
that'd be like the only place that's not in the
wavy
snow
is
up here.
everything past this wavy snow is difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
But that's not a
it's
problem
not
if
like he's going to be
Basically,
moving
everything
anywhere
past,
important.
everything past here.
Alright.
Okay,
Oh,
just making sure.
alright. Rest of the goons. Get over there. Beat him up. Then
Get him.
Get 'em,
Get 'em.
boys! Rattle 'em, boys!
Proceed to perform a gang initiation.
And then, obviously, Amiri is going to have herself stand. Probably over here. Yeah. Oh, you come too, Ivo. Oh? Alright. Now, turbo attack. I assume these are all at advantage. Except for Ivo. He just gets a normal one. Oh?
Get 'em, boys!
Beat him up.
Just a second. It needs to roll a strength save, which is very good at it. Probably won't fail, but
Yeah,
I mean, it's a
never
giant. It failed.
Oh,
Balls, yeah, knock it, bro.
fantastic.
Nice! Get that heroic trumpet music in.
Oh, I gotta roll for
It's gonna be mad at
Bro
us.
Bones Nikki. I guess I gotta roll that twice. There we go. That's the one that's out on the maximum.
Okay. 4 damage. Alright, anything else?
Well, that was my action. And my bonus action.
So no.
I still have a reaction, so no.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to do its thing again. Let's see which one. It was Herbert. Okay. Herbert needs to make a wisdom save.
Oh no. Wisdom saving throws, not Herbert's specialty. He doesn't have a brain. Give me a second. Excel worksheet. I forgot. I didn't think I would be making a wisdom saving throw for a thing this turn. Okay. Ah, it's not terrible. It's just a flat 20. 18.
Well then, Herbert's fine. Bradley, your turn.
No.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. I have a close quarters shooter. So I might just start blasting. Bang.
Oh, you have advantage.
For ranged
Wait.
attacks?
Wait.
No, you don't have
What does
advantage
spell
on.
do again?
Prone does not
Like
give
that-
advantage on ranged attacks.
That's why I figured as much. Which is why I was like, what? I was like, close quarter shooter means that I don't have disadvantage when it's up next to me. And then I'm a low one of my dragon's breath shells and aggressive rack and blast it.
I had an idea for a funny combo attack.
So that would be a D8 plus. Oh, and I have the hydraulic stock, which means my hit modifier for this attack went up by 1, so that's a 9. That's a D17.
It fails.
Fantastic. I will just. It's just the same damage as the regular shotgun, right? The number, right? It's...
Yes.
So I'll just. Oh, yeah. So
Yeah,
ignore the
20.
hit roll. That's 15 damage. Fire.
No.
Yikes.
You were about to take a lot of damage next turn, Bradley.
I figured as much. Can I relocate somewhere? Actually, I can't disengage, so we will just. Okay. Is there anywhere anyone else would like me to relocate before I get wailed on?
Probably like this way. So if it is running, it has to fly.
I mean, I was thinking that a fun combo attack would be if you threw me over in the air towards the fluffy snow, so that way I'd have a soft landing, but also be in perfect range to thunder punch it in the face. Well, one of them anyway.
Okay, so stay here. I mean, I used my turn for shooting it. So.
No, that's all right. I just thought I'd
can throw you
suggest
next
the
turn.
attack if you wanted to do it.
Okay, so
If you don't want to do it, that's fine.
no, I'm fine with that. It's just that I'm over here and I already spent my turn blasting it. So
Yeah, that's
I guess
all right.
we'll stay
I can
here.
I can hold my
Actually,
turn for
bonus
when you.
action,
I can hold the
adrenaline
thunder punching for when you
surge
throw
in
me.
case I need a dex save away or something.
I can hold Neelo's turn until you're ready to throw me.
Okay, are you doing that, Neelo?
Are we doing it, Brad?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Alrighty.
And does that give me Legion's actions?
That still
or
lets
no?
you. That still lets you use your bonus action, which is
Okay,
Legions.
Legion. Attempt optimal strategy. Shoot it in one of the eyes.
Okay.
Attempt it anyway. I I believe in you for some reason. I shouldn't believe in you.
So disappointing.
I'll try again.
Once more.
I'll try again, once more, with feeling. I don't believe in you anymore, Legion.
Nope, you missed both those attacks. Okay.
Alright, good job, Legion.
He has a hard time picking out the bluish-white dragon
Mary.
from the bluish-white snow with his bluish-white lens flare face.
Mary, go over here somewhere, less...
Hey.
Actually, how much movement is
Get
that?
the grip away from me.
Let's go with, Go with over here. Get, roughly out of fireball formation for her. Because she probably sees how pissed it is.
I think we sort of went from fireball formation to bees being attacked by a hornet. Just swarm it.
We're in wing attack formation, all right? but like I can count on one hand how many of us would have experience with dragons. So
maybe Vagar
Mary misses.
and Mary.
Yeah,
And
Mary
so
definitely
that's all
misses.
Mary can do. That's all Mary
Okay.
can
Okay, so the dragon is going to stand back up, first of all.
Ah! It stands back up. It takes 1 point of damage.
It does?
Yes, due to the ruffian thug stat block.
Oh, okay.
Beat down.
Alright.
Creature within 5 feet stands from prone, deals 1 punch.
Okay.
Nice.
The dragon, all 3 heads simultaneously roar in pain and rage, and all 3 heads expel freezing mist. I need everything but Legion to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, lovely.
Everything, huh?
It has 3 heads. It can breathe its breath weapon in multiple directions.
Let me check my exploits. Let's see here.
That's fun. That's cool. I like it. Let's see.
con
Con save, you said, yeah?
I'm gonna use a heroic fortitude exploit and add. Ooh, my exploit die went up. It's a d6. I did not notice that.
Okay, that's Mary.
Plus.
Oh, it is. Okay.
I'm gonna put markers on the people who failed.
1, really. So I actually have an 18.
Put this marker on them.
Okay.
Yep, that's still a fail.
I'm gonna sacrifice Brittle Bones Mickey. Sorry.
I'm not sure about Neelo.
Oh, okay.
Was that your save, Emiria, the 13?
Yeah, I guess it would be +1, so it would be 14.
That's still a fail.
Oh, Legion doesn't have to make a save. He's all the
Yeah,
way over here.
Legion is the only one who doesn't need to make a save. Mary succeeded.
Alright.
Yeah, I didn't, clearly.
Neelo, I still need your combat drone.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Is the drone the new
I mean,
Jerry?
I imagine it's just gonna die.
Probably. It failed.
Flesh Golem gets.
Let's see. It could nat 20. Let's see.
Barnyard Golem.
Oh, I rolled.
13.
Okay. Yeah. Oh wait, that's.
So I don't think it succeeded.
Oops, not paralyzed.
+3.
This is gonna suck.
Nope.
My exploit die gave me a 1. That was a big sad.
Okay. Just the claw swarm left.
Alright, Claw Swarm. Where are you?
This is
Extra page. That is a.
Let's see here.
Wait.
Yeah, no. Isaiah just dies, and the drone just dies.
So Isaiah goes flopping into the snow, and my drone just fizzles out of existence.
Okay. A lot of fails. We're gonna...
Time.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
And let me put some things on this because it also freezes the ground. Oh, actually, Mary and Emiria didn't need to make saves.
Oh!
Oh, okay.
Okay then.
So they're both cool. They're both kosher. Is
Pretty chill.
Ivo still good?
Ivo is also good.
Well,
Okay.
he's just my little boy.
Ivo's good.
I'm putting cones on because it's also freezing the ground solid where it
okay.
where this hits. So it is. So it has a thing where if you walk over it, you have to make a save or you fall prone.
Lovely.
Okay.
This quickly got out of hand.
Okay. Roll damage.
Billy Bones McGee is also safe.
Okay, everyone who fails, which is everyone, takes 47 cold damage.
Ouch.
I'm
Again,
down.
more damage than when I lost an arm.
Neelo is down.
Yeah, I'm down. That was I have 31 hit points.
Wait, you're
Where's
level
the
8 and only have
icon?
31 hit points?
Kind of trash.
Oh, you already took a whole bunch
Yeah.
of damage last round from the dragon.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I have 50 hit point. I have 57 hit points total. But yeah.
Oh hey, I'm also at 57 hit points. We are equally as squishy.
Ah, we're equally squishy.
57! 57! I have almost triple! I have 132!
Stud Muffin, you have a higher constitution and your hit die is larger.
I also have 2.5 tough.
And you have 2.5 tough.
Because I have tough, well, I have durable.
Oh, right.
Anyways, that's
Just
40.
so
That's
I have
that's
class.
And then I have class. My subclass gives me the tough
Alright.
feat again.
Unfortunately,
And then my race gives me half
Gunner's
tough.
Gunnar is dead.
Yes. Well, like re-dead.
Yeah.
But not
But I have
re-dead
40
as in
hit
like
points
that.
and-
that one
Anyways,
thing.
what about the golem?
Oh yeah, he's like at slightly below half health.
Okay. And the claws?
The claws, let me check. Yeah, they also dead.
Rip.
Okay. Vagar, your turn.
So what? Did I just get frozen in a block?
No, you aren't frozen in a block, but you are on the ground shivering now.
Yeah.
Violently.
Okay.
But yes,
alright,
how this works is if you try to move more than 10 feet through any of these cones, you have to make a dex save or you fall prone. Because the snow here is frozen solid.
So he is going to. He's gonna smack it again. Do I still have flanking? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
you still have flanking, and so go ahead and just check for a crit. Nope, but you do hit.
Woohoo! And then the second one. Let's see.
Second attack also hits.
Okay, so first attack damage.
Okay.
9.
11 technically because of the fire.
Yes.
That's 9. Okay.
There we go. That's all.
Alrighty.
From the boy.
Emiria, your turn.
Gosh, freaking dang it. I'm gonna have to touch Neelo, which means I need to get over there. Alright. Which means I'm gonna have to be right next to it. I don't like this. Wait, what happens
you
when we
just
go
gotta
10
go
or more
about
feet
here.
in this?
Yeah, if you move 10 or more feet inside the triangle, then you have to make a save or you slip.
Yeah. So
You know, stepped on
yeah,
the
you
soap
just
kind of.
gotta
Wait
go
a
like
minute.
yeah, you
Well,
can make a
It's
30
10 or
foot.
more feet through
go
it, so you
this
could
way.
do that. That
Yeah,
should be
but
fine.
going this way potentially takes her through 2 triangles.
Right. Well, the thing is that I
Um,
also don't want to get next to this thing.
well,
Wait a second. I have healing word.
Oh, hey.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Neelo, get up.
Yeah.
Like 1d4 plus
Get up, samurai.
Here's the thing you should know.
6.
If you get incapacitated, you lose your readied action.
Good to know.
bummer.
Oh.
I was gonna be like, so if you can revive her, then I'll just continue on with the
Yeet.
plan and yeet.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna work that way.
Actually, I could still chuck you.
Apparently.
You could still
Alright.
chuck her, but
I could still
no
chuck
action.
you. You just couldn't shoot this round, but it would still get you on the other side.
Alright.
Or on top of it.
Bard,
Or
your
on top.
gold. Oh, that's also a Constitution save. Ew, no. Ew.
Dang it.
No.
Of course, the Zelda monster wouldn't let me be the one thrown.
Alright. Still on.
Payback.
Not exist.
Payback.
It's as if the spirit of a certain character is telling me no.
I vote normal. Isaiah, not existent. Oh, hey.
It is below 100 hit points.
Whoa, wait, that? Oh dear.
Oh, and Brittle Bone Sticky has to attack as well. Okay, he's got advantage and 7 damage. Either one.
Okay, so
And
do I?
Alright, let's oh, the game is currently paused.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Alright. Let's back up a little bit more. Put myself in a more optimal area. There we go. And now I will pass.
Alright, Bradley.
Okay, Neelo, am I still chucking you, or am I shooting this bugger?
Try shooting it for now. We'll try the plan one more time, but I kind of want to see how. I kind of also want to see how Legion does with his next.
Other
thing.
question: do I use regular ammo, or do I use 2 Dragon's Breath ammo? For
I think we're trying to kill this thing fast, because look at what it just did to.
Yeah. Just try to take it down. Try to take it down.
as fast as possible, so let me use the fire ammo.
I mean, how much of that do you have left?
I wasn't told how much I acquired. I know I have, like, basically infinitum of the regular stuff, but, yeah, I don't have anything written down on how much of the, Dragon's Breath ammo I have. So...
That's interesting.
Okay, 2 dozen on me.
I think fire is going to be the
risk it for the biscuit. So I started blasting. Fire 1. With we'll do both Dragon's Breath.
All right.
So
it's gonna be real mad at you.
Yeah. Yeah. 1 fail. Ooh. Okay, that's 13 damage, and then the second one, the DC goes up by 1. Yes. Bummer.
Okay, 2
So
succeeded.
is it succeed for half or succeed for none? Okay.
Half.
That's 19. And I'm a slap a, what's a crippling strike on that?
Cripple him.
That's all it takes. So it needs to make another save. Exploits. DC. Oh, that doesn't look like it's updated. Oh yeah. Dexterity save.
Brad,
0.
Crap.
you're not allowed to use exploits on your Dragon's Breath shells.
That's right. I didn't see your writing because I was on the character page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That dealt a lot of damage to it. I just want to be clear about that. That dealt a lot of damage to it.
That was my goal.
So it is going to it is going to. Oh wait, you're doing more things.
Oh no, I was gonna say now. Joey, kill it before it gets to its turn.
It's going to take a legendary action. It's going to take a legendary action and breathe breathe translucent mist onto Bradley. Make a strength save, please.
What's a strength save? 1 second.
Use your big muscles.
Strength saving throw.
Survive
In
it.
theory, I
with
should
your-
be decently. I
with
should be
your toughness.
really 2. I am definitely using a exploit on that.
You can't make it high enough to matter. It's a DC
Won't
9.
make a difference.
It's a DC 19. You do gain 15 temp HP.
Oh.
But you are now encased in ice, so you are restrained. And at the start of each of your turns, you will lose 2 unexpended hit dice or gain a point of exhaustion if you can't. And remember that you already lost 2 of them because
Yep.
because being around this thing is just cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cold as ice.
Okay, Neelo, your turn now.
When the sacrifice I'll love.
Cool. First, Legion. Legion, please, for the love of God, shoot it in the face. Legion, for the love of God, shoot it in the face.
Yeah, that hit.
Here's
Legion, got him in the face.
the coin flip succeeds.
Alright, Legion, that much sniping damage to its
Okay.
to its face.
Slightly below average.
Legion, do that again. Please, for the love of God, do that again.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Well,
Dirty 20, but hey.
this one. Hurry up and crit.
Wait.
Well, yes, as stated earlier, it's like Odyssey.
Okay,
Sessions earlier, it's like Legion
that
just
much
has a,
additional damage. And Neelo fires another. Neelo herself will also fire around.
It will be
its face.
at disadvantage at close range like this.
Ah, okay. I will back away.
It
if
will
I can.
make an opportunity attack against you if you do.
Doesn't have reach.
Neelo, you have
It had
you,
reach.
you have like,
Oh, it does have reach, but it only has reach on one of its attacks.
Ah,
But wouldn't the opportunity attack only trigger if you run out of reach?
Yeah, I guess that's
Any
true.
of its attacks?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, you can back up 5 feet and it won't get a opportunity attack.
okay. Back away this way and fire, face, please.
No.
Neelo,
Mary, your turn.
You have
Mary.
failed me.
Mary, hear me out. Mary, hear me out here. Hear me out, girl. You gotta hit it in the face.
Nope.
Mary, I swear to God.
The headshot. Just go for the body shot. Easier to hit.
All right.
So
Goodbye, cruel
So how
world.
you doing?
Goodbye, Neelo.
Like, just imagine me looking this thing in the face. I'm like, so how you doing?
Meanwhile,
How you doing?
Okay, first of all,
basically.
it is going to sweep its tail. So both Neelo, well, Bradley auto fails this because he's restrained.
Yep. Yep.
But
Goodbye, cruel world.
Neelo, I need you to
Neelo
make
got
I
rolled.
need you to make a dex save.
Does restrain prohibit you from using
Oh
reaction?
God, let me be good at those.
No, it does not.
Okay, I'm going to use nimble escape to half this damage.
Okay.
I'm forgetting about
Love
that.
of God.
Sure, sure, why not?
Nimble escape from your block of ice.
Okay,
so
that
Neelo's gonna die.
Neelo is down again.
I'll be tired.
And Bradley, you take
Neelo.
5 cold damage that is already halved, and you are blinded.
And I am what? You're
Blinded.
For a second there.
You are blinded.
Oh, lovely. Just lovely.
Cool,
There's a
so
nice
much
layer
build
of
up on your
frost
visor,
on
you
my
can't see.
visor.
It flung ice and snow at you with its tail. And then, let's see here.
So you all got this, right?
Then, I need everyone to make a dex save. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. It's low enough health that I'm not gonna do that because it'll be a waste of time. It is going to just make 2 claw attacks against Bradley.
Oof.
like I auto fail, so.
Actually, let's do one against Bradley, one against Vagar. So Bradley, that's 29 to hit,
Yes.
and Vagar, that's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, so Bradley, you take 11 damage, and Vagar takes 9 damage.
That temp HP was actually very cash money.
Oh yeah,
I took one hit point damage because of all that.
Oh yeah,
HP.
that means you're no longer restrained as well.
Hey.
Hey!
Because it broke the ice around you is what the temp HP was.
Nice.
Anyways, Vagar, your turn.
Hey. He's gonna smack you.
Hey.
Oh.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, there ain't no way she's not finishing that off. That's hers.
Go on, Schnitzel.
He's going to.
Slice its heads off.
He's gonna slice one head and then he's gonna go underneath it and just like slice its belly, come out from the other side and just slice the other heads.
All right, you slice
Big whole thing, yeah.
you slice off all 3 heads. It's got a big old gash in its belly that you can see organs and blood spilling out through.
Perfect.
And it flops to the ground. However, Bradley, I'm gonna need you to make me a dex save at disadvantage because you're blinded.
Okay. So here, I believe adrenaline rush gives me advantage
too
to
close?
normal save.
Yes, you are also within range of this Neelo, but you auto fail because you're incapacitated. So so mark this as a failed death save.
I'm doing that.
15. Wait, I'm going to spend another exploit die. I don't like that number. Okay, come on, give me something better than a 1.
I don't think there's anything on the wiki that actually does it. Yeah, you'll take half damage from this, Bradley.
Nice.
Yeah, to be clear, it's falling on you.
Yeah,
Lovely.
I figured.
Bradley, you take 7 damage. Neelo, you fail a death save. Also, Neelo is currently pinned underneath it and currently covered in dragon blood.
Pinned underneath a bunch of weight. Not the first time it's happened in this game.
You're right, usually it's me falling on you.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's softer than me, because it's not titanium hull plating.
Oh yeah,
there's
I'll
that
take
bonus.
that. That being said, it is a lot colder than you.
And a lot heavier, because there's a lot more of it.
Yep.
Presumably.
Oh?
It presumably weighs more than
Yeah.
1,000 pounds, but then again, not all of it's on.
Yeah, these
Either
are
way.
pretty.
Um,
Yeah, these things are pretty big. Like the picture, like the token, I think is pretty appropriate for how big it is. It's just that the picture doesn't do how large it is actually justice, because like its wingspan is massive.
just with the picture and the
Body would-
tokens
its
alone,
body by
that would
itself would
imply
fit
it's at
that
least
token.
9 times bigger than this.
Yeah, it's big. Anyways,
A dragon is a dragon. Alright.
anyways,
so-
big ouchie.
So I use my hand or something like that to clear my visor to unblind me. Can I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, I'm.
Okay. I do that, and then I somehow get myself out from underneath this thing.
You weren't underneath it because you succeeded.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm
It was just Neelo.
Superman strength. Spartan.
Oh, Creator Megara is underneath the creature.
Make an athletics check, Bradley. Yes, you lift it off of her easily. You know that scene where Wrecker picks up the lot and just chucks it? You basically do that.
Nice.
I like to
Table
imagine he
toss.
did the straight up warthog flip.
just table flip this thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's like over here now.
we need
Alright.
that.
It made a nice sploosh in the
I
snow.
need that.
I need it.
Do you have any idea how much
Yeah.
you could sell a dragon's heart for?
No, actually.
You realize
I'm
what
like, really
Gliok guts are worth here?
This really is the scene with Emiria just being like, Bradley, I needed that.
I suppose first order of business, Legion. Let me
get over to
Legion medical check to stabilize Creator Megara, oh, you are doing that. Good.
Yes. Why would I not do that? As much as I do enjoy dissecting the thing, your life is more important at the moment.
Seeing that, like,
Mercy.
everyone's attending to Neelo.
I half expected Emiria to be like, it's okay, I'll bring her back in a minute.
Vagar's going to start getting into the Gleok.
Okay,
Get yourself 10 hit points. Slap.
Survival check, Vagar.
I'll give you help by way of big physical labor to lift big heavy pieces.
At advantage.
Appreciate it.
Well, ouch.
Also, I have a flashlight on my helmet so that I can shine in its dark guts.
Perfect.
Let's go.
Joey, question for you. How much do Gleoks drop?
Usually, offhand, they drop quite a few materials. Usually,
Google.
At least one Gleok horn, usually. A couple Gleok wings, and the Gleok guts are a bit of a toss-up, but I can double-check that real quick. Gleok drop rate.
That tells me what, not how much.
Joey's looking it up. He knows where to look.
Yeah. I just went to generic Google.
Oh, all of its horns are a drop.
Okay,
So you get all 3 horns.
three frost. So 3 frost Gleok horns.
Okay.
Not bad. Okay, what else?
Joey.
Joey is still searching.
Gleok. If me.
What?
Hello?
My computer bugged out for real, so I actually got scared there for a minute. Don't do that again. So can you hear me?
Yes.
Now we
Yeah,
can.
we
Yeah.
hear you.
Okay.
We got the three. We got the
My
3 horns.
computer-
What else?
Like I said, froze for a minute. Yeah, so let's see. Honestly, I think most of what they drop tends to be their wings.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't actually drop all that much.
Yeah, Google's just sort of saying horns, wings, and guts. Doesn't give me quantities, but I'm just on Google.
Yeah. I was getting a lot of the same.
All right, you get all
I
three.
just
You
remember
get all 3 of its horns. You get both its wings. You get its guts.
Woohoo!
Lovely.
Am I able to extract an essence from this or no?
Yes. Let me roll. On the table.
Get you, you might as well get some bones from it.
You're gonna need a. You're also gonna need to make a survival check at advantage because Bradley is still helping.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. 5. There's a wisdom save. Okay. You are no longer alive, so we are not getting a +1 to that. Oh,
Yes.
so pulling 20 plus 5.
Oh yeah, you definitely succeed by a lot.
24.
You get what's that? A 67. A rare reactive regent.
Yes. Rare reactive
real question is, do we, in true Kalani fashion, slice off a part of this frost dragon hide to use as food supply for our trip?
Is that?
I mean, that is technically out of in game. That is an option. Out of game, that is a choice. I only know one man who is willing to eat monster parts for dinner, and let's just say his palate is questionable.
Oh yeah, and I will say, its blood is like ice cold.
Cold as ice.
This would make a... I wonder how long this keeps for. It might be decent to... It might serve as a half-decent coolant. So,
Excellent.
I'm gonna extract, I'm gonna extract a ice Gleok blood sample for later research.
Okay.
No. Put it
I'll put
in
that in
the
my
no
inventory.
box. Wait, why are we only getting a little bit of it? Let's get all of it. It's all here.
Might as
I mean,
well.
you beat up
those
you
are
beat
all
up
the like
you-
actual drops.
yeah,
Everything else is just-
those are all the useful parts. You also beat up this thing a lot during the combat with fire, so yeah.
I mean, I only fired 3 fire shells at it.
Yeah, but a lot of different people dealt fire damage to the thing.
Yeah.
So, ouch. That was unbelievably cold.
You don't say.
Mary is currently calling this in. Just, hey, Ticker. Just want everyone to keep an eye out for any 3-headed dragons. Ran into one that was spitting a lot of ice. It's pretty nasty. Just keep an eye out for that sort of thing. You know, so that way they don't get caught with their pants down in case somebody tries to cross the bridge of Hylia.
Oh, goodness.
They're like, hey, what's that?
Avoided
I can take it.
time.
So anyways, a lot of random crewmen died. So yeah, I suppose once we're done picking up pieces and stuff, I suppose perhaps seeing if we can't use its meat for rations later. For you guys anyway.
Beast harvesting.
Not for me. I'm not sure that's kosher.
There's a lot of flesh. The flesh won't eat sustenance.
You get 8 units of meat.
Nice.
How big is a unit?
Right, it's indiscriminate. It's a unit of meat.
Well, yeah.
Discriminate unit of
Excuse me.
Well, I
while
mean, there's a pretty big difference in units. Pounds, kilograms, metric
Too bad.
long tons.
Is it measured in gallons? How liquid is this?
It is a
Ounce?
it is a non-specific unit of meat.
Cool.
Does 1 unit
How do
equal
you know
1
we have 8 of
serving?
them?
Does 1 unit equal like 1 serving, like for a meal?
Let me check.
I just, you know, I couldn't help
Like,
but
like,
imagine while we're
Unit
doing
big,
this.
indiscriminate. There's a big difference between 8 pounds and 8 tons by a factor of a few thousand.
Yeah, I couldn't help but imagine what, like, when somebody cleaves off a piece of Gleok meat and picks it up, it just, suddenly they go, da 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 da! You know, hovering above their head, and it's like, you got a piece of Gleok meat.
The fresh ingredient. So any unit of a fresh ingredient is 5 servings worth.
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
Okay, so 40 servings.
Yes.
Pretty
Yeah.
between them.
Cool. There you go.
Oh,
There you go. That's gonna make
dragon
an
steak
alchemist
dinner,
happy.
boy. I guess.
So,
having
Put it in the demi-plane.
what say we go warm up by that settlement over there?
Exit stage right.
Yeah.
End the scene.
End scene. Ouchie.
All right.
What we call a boo boo.
You head over to the settle.
Me taking the ouch.
You head over to the settlement, which turns out to be a stable.
Wait,
You see,
just a stable?
it's a stable with like a little inn behind it, so you can sleep in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Fantastic.
There is a there is a little cooking pot over a fire outside. There's a recipe posted on the wall. I can't for the life of me figure out which recipe is in this stable, but there's a recipe posted on the wall for something that looks tasty.
It's either for a dessert or some sort of omelet.
Lovely.
Jeez.
We never checked if this was like, if this thing had a nest or something.
I need
We
to.
should have done that.
The people there are all either humans or bird people.
Bird
Yeah.
people.
Interesting.
Ah, birds. Actually, I don't think the technical term is birds, but they wouldn't be scalies.
Featheries?
I believe it's just avian.
Who here hangs out with the? Who here hangs out with that?
I know more than I should be comfortable with.
Do you
So
do
what's
you,
the correct term?
do you know do all of you know what Rito look like, or do I need to send you a picture?
I know what they look like.
I have
I can
no
understand
idea what they look like.
Okay,
Send a picture of them then.
I will send a picture.
How bird-like are we talking about?
You'll see.
Too inhuman.
You will see. Give me just a sec.
General?
I'm working on it.
No, I'm just wondering if I should go to.
Trying to find a picture
Oh
with
yeah, Mary
multiple.
can't read this.
Oh. Trying to
I was
find a
just
picture with
double-checking
multiple Rito in it.
I just wanted to double check something because I remembered offhand
hard.
that Hylian written language has had a few evolutions, let's say.
Mm.
So, and I have a feeling Mary, if she were familiar with Hylian text, would be familiar with Ocarina of Time. Not this. This is a new font. This is a new text. The symbols are different. It's different.
Okay.
She effectively would be familiar with the equivalent of ancient Hylian.
There's a picture of two Rito. Neither of those Rito are there, but I mean one of them is currently dead, but
Yeah, you have a good idea of what they look like.
yeah, and specifically there is one Rito there who appears to have a parrot's head and is playing an accordion.
Oh,
Lovely.
wondered where that bastard went. He had a wife and kids, and he just wholly disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Deadbeat bastard. Anyways, yeah. So we're gonna hobble in. It's like, hey Neelo, you should probably put on that cloak Ticker gave you. And Neelo will stop, check her pockets, and then realize, and then slowly facepalm. I left it on the ship.
Of course you did.
People are giving Neelo and Bradley some weird looks.
Yep. Thankfully, Legion didn't forget his. Because frankly, he wouldn't. He's
Mm-hmm.
the cloak is very efficient for what he needs.
It's like, why would you ever take it off?
Yeah, no, exactly. It is extremely efficient for him. Obviously, it's somewhat of an inconvenience for my character, but yeah.
The guy behind the counter will look up, will like stare at Neelo and Bradley for a few seconds, and then turn to Vagar, who he's just like, Vagar is the most normal person of this group.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mary
I look
is
down at Neelo and be
Mary's
like, do I have
clothing is
something
not
on my
around here.
faceplate? Is there still snow on in the corners? Did I miss something?
Can I
Vagar's just finishing up some sketches in his journal.
They're not
can I
around here.
can I help
I'll
can I help you
Vagar on
find
the shoulder.
Can I help you find people?
Sure. And he's going to like turn over to the others, like, what are we doing here?
I proceed to face palm into my helmet.
We would like a place to rest, if you have it. Where?
Yeah.
He gestures to the beds against the back wall. And let me check how much it's 20 rupees, right?
Something like that for
think
stables.
so. I think
it's
like
more
30.
for the special
Yes.
beds.
Yeah.
I think
We have a regular bed for 20 rupees or a soft bed for 40.
I'll just go for
I
the
assume we
regular
can't
one.
pet.
so
Yeah, I
20
can't rest.
each.
Regular's fine.
20. Where did I have that written down? Here,
Legion's
we
not
have
really
328.
going to- Yeah, Legion's not really going to. And he's like, I
Does he
like
just,
to
find
imagine that.
Does he just like
despite
find a
how
corner and just crouch into like low power mode or whatever?
Yeah, I
Power
like to imagine that
conserving
even though he's very inconspicuous looking, he's still almost odd looking with the fact that he's like completely almost not moving at all.
mode. He is inhumanly
Like not
still.
even the most micro movements that you'd expect from most people.
Mhm. I mean, he doesn't have a rib cage that has to expand and contract 13 times a minute with respiration.
No, exactly, and he doesn't have to constantly shift his weight due to muscle pains.
Also pains, Venus return, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All the fun stuff.
you get a nice sleep. You get a full long rest.
Good, I needed it.
Oh, right.
I'm surprised. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. I'm surprised nobody commented about the Gliok. That thing got really close to the stable.
Yeah.
Well, what is it?
I think it's
I
they're
think
used
we
to
threw
it.
it into the demi plane.
See here. So there's
Yeah.
5 of us that slept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be minus 100 rupees. So that leaves us with 228. Okay.
We're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna list. Yeah, I'm actually. Mary's obviously going to do some of her investigative work while here. Get some of the state of things of the land.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
So
hold
the
on.
we'll role play it. The stable actually we'll say there's a Rito lady she talks to.
Yeah.
Travelers, you and your group, I take it. Where are you headed to?
Somewhere called Hateno Bay.
Oh, that's a long way. That's a long ways to the east.
So I figured we're separation from the rest of our clan, not ideal. Anything? What's the latest news around here? Talks to the Rito, obviously holding a newspaper.
Well, the hero recently vanquished someone they call the Demon King that supposedly caused the upheaval. All of the So that is good. So that's good news. And he cleared our
That's
skies.
awesome news.
And he cleared our skies from a terrible snowstorm.
Worse than that. Worse than that. Worse than the three-headed monstrosity outside.
Monsters are still unfortunately common, but
Oh, I doubt that's gonna go away anytime soon, anyway.
at least visibility but at least visibility is more not possible. Trying to think of the right word.
Yeah.
At least visibility is greater now, and we can fly without worry of the high winds throwing off our trajectories.
I imagine it was also a bit of a pain to just. I also imagine it was a bit of a pain to just fly around when you can't see, like 3 feet in front of you. How'd you guys get through that?
Most of us holed up in our village. Some of us fled over the bridges.
You say most of them held up in the village. A lot of them went out to just get food and left the kids in charge of the village.
Well, yeah, the ones that went out to get food, but they were out to get food temporarily. They were like temporarily.
It's just yeah, I know. It's just that when that happened, I walked in and I was like, I'm sorry, what sort of Lord of the Flies situation did I just walk into? It's literally just the kids here, and they seem to be acting as if nothing's wrong. but yeah, yeah. Any news from the? I'm trying to think of what some other kind of casual jargon that's usually good for digging up information while also not quite revealing that you don't know a single thing you're talking about. Because obviously Mary would be borderline an expert on this sort of thing.
Yeah. Would you say that she knows the term?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the princess was found. She went missing when the upheaval happened, and they spent a long time looking for her, but they managed to find her. Doesn't say where.
Yeah, I'm just out of game, just like, yeah, that tracks. I'm honestly not 100% sure where the hell that was, where they landed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure if I spent the time, I'd figure it out, but I don't want to. I only tracked down the other location so that I'd look to see what would make the most sense for direction for us to go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's see, what else? So, everyone.
Well, what else would we necessarily care about? It's like
yeah. I mean, we can always dig up more information later.
Right.
It's not to seem completely suspicious, badgering this poor woman.
You know the DM, ask for a name.
I don't know if there's a way you can subtly ask it, but how about the obvious?
No,
like,
no,
where are we?
Yeah. Oh, no, we're frickin'... Yeah, you want to make it completely obvious we're not from around here? I mean, it's already pretty darn obvious, but...
I mean, hello, a walking tank here with and I'm even more conspicuous than I previously was. I now have a metal arm that does not match the rest.
Yeah,
of me.
you have a robot bug arm.
Yep, it doesn't match the rest of me.
Yeah, don't worry, Neelo will work on that.
So
she'll help
if
you
I
with that.
already didn't stick out, I definitely do now.
Yeah.
Red and
Yeah,
what color? I never did ask. What color is the material, the metal of the arm?
Gunmetal gray.
Oh, okay. So it actually
Untainted.
blends in with my armor surprisingly well.
Huh.
It's
You did
just,
a paint job.
insecty looking.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah, we just came from over. Sorry,
the
I don't know
hill.
what that.
Just lay
what
over
that
the hill.
over there is called.
Her name is
What that hill
Gello.
over there is called.
That's her name, by the way.
Oh,
Her name is Gello.
Yeah. We were just. We just came from just under the. We just passed by just under that mountain with the hole in it. Name escapes me.
Hebra?
Yeah,
No one knows.
Hebra Mountain. Any idea why it has a hole in it?
No one knows. It happened a long time ago. As far as anyone can remember, as far as anyone remembers, the scar has always been there.
Yeah.
Oh crap! You probably couldn't hear all of that, could you?
No,
Yeah, you were a
Not
little.
well. Like I was able to piece it together, but
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
I forgot that I walked away from my microphone and I can't do that now. Let me repeat that.
Yeah.
No one's quite sure. As far as anyone can remember, the Hebra scar has been there. We think it happened a really long time ago. I think some scholars thought it might have been caused by one of the divine beasts.
Well, now Mary's just sitting here like, the fuck are you talking about?
Out of game. Hasn't it been like 10,000 years?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Alright.
but also
That's a very long
notoriously the
time
Rito also notoriously are dog crap at keeping records.
Well, I mean, even in any society, 10,000 years is a long time. Even if you
I
have
know, but
written,
like we
recorded
know that
history.
there are some Hyrulian historians and around different races that do have some records that go back that far.
Mhm.
The Gerudo being one of them, actually.
Makes sense.
But in fact, their records actually go further.
Mhm.
But Hyrule Castle's records are all but destroyed, unfortunately. So we're not getting that. But if there was anything that would have given us a comprehensive history of Hyrule, it would have been that. But
It
but
got
yeah,
the
no,
Jedi purged out of existence.
yeah, you could say that. That's honest. It's. I mean, when a freaking robot uprising might as well have happened right inside of the damn place, and it basically became. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, whoa! I need to take
Anyways,
that way back down. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just doing some audio rearranging.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Oh.
yeah. So, she's gonna go ahead. She's like, divine beasts. Well, obviously we're not from around here. Could you tell us a little bit about those?
They were four creations of. You can hear me fine right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
They were four creations of ancient Sheikah technology. One built for each of the four non Hylian races in Hyrule. The Rito had Va Meadow, but during the upheaval they all were taken into the depths, and they are rubble now.
Yeah. Cue Mary, who's just like trying not to make it obvious that she's just like, what the shit has been happening here? Because I want to mention that to
Yes,
someone
yes.
who hasn't played since basically probably Twilight Princess, this is all sounding insane. I mean, she's probably also still trying to figure out why there's bird people here and not an ocean.
Has she? Oh yeah, she has played Wind Waker, but that they were
Yeah.
in the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the
so-
Zora were like, oh, it looks like everything is water now. Better evolve into birds.
The best theory I've seen for that suggests that that it was actually the goddesses that forced them to evolve into birds so that they
It's
wouldn't
like, if everything
accidentally
is
discover
water,
Hyrule.
going into becoming the fish people would be much better off than becoming bird. You
Oh
know?
no, exactly. The main theory I've seen is that people theorize they were turned into birds specifically to avoid them accidentally rediscovering old Hyrule, which was under the waves. And that's the only theory that makes sense to me. Anything else is just like, yeah, no, seriously, the fish folk were who live in the ocean are like, oh, look at all this ocean. Well, better learn to fly.
Anyways,
Flying
But
fish.
yeah,
Yes.
but yeah,
Anyways.
Anywho.
cool. Where? And this is, yeah, no, like I'm actually having trouble thinking of too much more information to dig up at the moment. So
There's been more settlements that we can interrogate.
yeah. So well,
Probably
yeah,
better
so-
informed ones.
yeah.
that
So
do.
she's gonna thank the bird lady for her help. And we'll and finish the long rest.
hmm
Yes. Okay.
when
During long rest, I have
when
to
you
appear.
awaken from your long rest, you notice that now there is a man sitting outside the stable wearing an enormous backpack. Mary does actually recognize him.
Yeah, unfortunately she does. She's just like, Beetle?
I am not even going to try to do Beetle's voice because
You!
partially because it is incredibly grating.
Yeah. But yeah. The funny thing is that she knows Beetle from like the one game where he isn't sleazy.
Also, she doesn't think he's a regular stand-up merchant.
He's not.
And he's going to be.
He is not sleazy in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, he is. He straight up imply if you don't sell him the rhinoceros beetles, he straight up implies he's going to send an assassin after you.
Oh, I did not know that. I have never seen that.
Yeah, he does that. If anything, Breath of the Wild beetle is the worst out of all of them.
I did not know that.
Because at least the other one only throws you out of his airship because you didn't buy anything. And he's basically like, you realize how much you weigh and that I'm literally running this whole airship using a bicycle? Which means I have to pedal extra hard when there's more people on here? And you didn't have the decency to buy anything? Get out of here! Yeah. But yeah, no. But yeah.
Well, I can say that he's definitely not sleazy in Phantom Hourglass, but then again, that's literally the same Beetle as in Wind Waker. So.
Yeah. The only one I can think of who isn't slightly evil. But yeah. Anyhow, Aries just gonna kind of be like, well, the more things change, the more they stay the same, I suppose.
You do see.
I give you a quizzical expression right before I put on my helmet.
You do see some kids. You do see some kids tormenting a chicken, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of other chickens start flying in out of nowhere and attacking the kids.
No. Oh no!
Yeah, Mary's just gonna go.
Oh no!
I need to make a call. Like right now. She's like, hey, Ticker, this is gonna sound crazy, but seriously, for the love of God, whatever you do, do not let anyone try to hunt the chickens from around here for meat. Like, trust me on this. Just do not.
Aren't the chickens called like cuckoos or something like that?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
but
they
we
are.
don't know that.
Yeah. No,
Yes, but
just
we
like
don't
I'm
know
not a
that.
Zelda player, and even I know not to mess with the
Yes,
chickens.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. We don't
I
know
should be
that.
clear that the chickens that fly in out of nowhere and then disappear don't kill the kids, but they do rough them up a little.
Oh yeah. No, I imagine it literally looked almost like a cartoon with freaking with the kids tormenting the bird. It suddenly caws, and then the bunch of others come in. There's a bunch of dust clouds, and then the kids are just on the floor as the birds fly away.
Yep.
And then their dad or ma comes in, or older sister, their supervisor just comes in and is just like, "What did I tell you about messing with them cuckoos?"
Mess with the chicken.
Like, yeah, no,
Anyways, you get you get back on the road.
yeah.
You
Let's
head up north of the big canyon. You look down and see the roof of a building built into the end of end of the canyon.
That's
Mhm.
neat.
I
That
know
would
what that's doing
definitely
while we're
warrant
down there.
further study, but until I can give them precise coordinates, Mary's clearly trying to draw up some sort of rudimentary map.
Mhm.
I drop a second pin right here.
Thanks, Sad Muffin. We're
Um,
definitely worth further study, but not until we meet up with the rest.
you keep heading along, and you see a merchant. You see clearly a merchant walking down the road, lugging a mesh bag full of bananas.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hi there. I'm a traveling merchant selling these. Would you like to buy any bananas?
Ah, I so want to. Neelo doesn't need them. I so want to.
I mean, you do control two people.
Yeah.
One
You
would
know
know
what?
what
Yeah.
bananas are.
Yeah.
What's
You know
up
what?
with
Some
that?
fruit wouldn't be. You know what? Some fruit wouldn't be a bad choice. How much you selling for?
I forget how much they sell them for.
If they're who I think they are, then it's
They're who
too much.
they're who they think you are.
they're who they think I am.
Um,
Like,
they
they sell them for too much, like 99 a pop.
they're 99 rupees each
For a banana?
for a bunch of bananas. But yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
Good grief!
What kind of freaking ripoff is this?
they
Hyrulian
really
flavor or
are good.
something?
They really are good bananas.
Screw that. No weird shaped fruit is ever worth that much.
You made out of
Yeah,
solid gold or
Exactly what I
something?
did.
Yeah, the merchant looks genuinely hurt,
Yeah.
and then adopts a fighting stance. How dare you disrespect the bananas? You see them disappear in a puff of smoke, and when they reappear,
Smoke and talismans.
yeah, they are wearing a red. They are wearing a red jumpsuit, a mask similar to that one you got
With
in
the symbol inverted.
yeah, and they draw a curved sickle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
boy.
Yeah.
Boy. You bit off a bit more than you could chew.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Mary is actually closer to here, unless you say he jumped back.
He did.
Okay. So yeah, just
Boy.
yeah, no. How is Mary supposed to know there were assassins here? They just aren't a thing in any other game.
Bandit instigator. Okay.
I
Let me
remember
pull
when that happened to me the
stat.
first time. Uh, no wonder she. Oh, look at her roll. It was perfect.
Also, I should mention that the bag of bananas just vanished when he transformed.
Yeah.
Perfect shocked
Well, hey,
position
it was
of
a
initiative.
shakedown, obviously.
Okay. Vagar, you're up first.
Alrighty.
This dude just pulled a knife on all of you.
Should I just yeet him into the stratosphere, friends?
He's go right
Yeah, you guys
ahead when it's your turn.
break it, fold
Okay,
it.
But
when we get there,
Vagar
Hold him.
is just
Planning
going
ahead.
to just let out
Oh,
a disappointing sigh, take out his steel sword, walk up to the guy, and he is going to. He's going to use the Crimson Right acid damage, of course.
Okay.
And he is going to roll his. Oh, you motherfucker.
Miss.
How close are we to the canyon?
Second one.
You are not close to the canyon. The canyon is well behind
Alright.
you. That one does hit.
Okay.
Bummer. I was going to chuck him
Yeah.
into the canyon.
Yeah.
Vagar, you fucking suck right now, bro.
Okay.
What's wrong with you? Okay, and
All right. Neelo.
Open,
First will be Legion.
close.
Emergency response required. Begin firing upon the sudden sudden farm tool wielding maniac.
He is what we would call on Reach a hooligan.
Yep. Let's go with
2,
9 damage
2,
and
0.
that hit. 17.
Yeah, 17 hits.
All right, and 11.
Okay.
Wow.
Kind of want to really badly want to.
Thunder punch him into the stratosphere.
I wanted to thunder punch him towards everyone else, but I can't.
I
I don't have enough movement.
Yeah, you don't have the movement. Okay.
Yeah, so
I have the movement.
you know what I will do? I will go here
Like
and thunder punch him over this way,
10 feet.
so that he gives you a nice clear shot. So let me just double check my thunder punch rules, because I haven't done that in a minute. I have those written down actually. So
Oh yeah, don't forget about your grappling hook arm, by the way, Brad. This
Yep,
could be
yep,
a time to use that.
Yep.
oh yeah, do that. Pull him towards you and stab him with a knife.
Not what I was
Listen, he thinks
thinking,
he's
that
the
would
one
work.
doing the shanking. It turns out it's you doing the shanking. Mm-hmm.
That's not what I was thinking, but that would also work. I was thinking I would just grab him and then yeet.
Okay. Don't need
Yeah.
Yes, that
Pull him in
absolutely
and
Right
hit.
of him.
That absolutely hit.
Pull him in and give him the old ouchie. Technically he goes 10 feet out, but yeah. 3d8.
Oh. Ah. Ooh. Very cash money. That move. What's the
There we
topography around here like?
Pretty hilly.
12 damage. Big ouch. Bradley, you got this.
You're in like kind of a highlands area.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
A
know
little
what?
rocky, a little grassy. Nothing crazy.
You do see some weird. You do see some very weird somethings in the distance to the south.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
What even are those things? Are they mushrooms? Are they trees? Are they rock formations?
What are you talking about specifically? The
The giant pillar thingies in the wetlands?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. They could either be a
That's
rock.
a first.
They could either be a mushroom or a rock formation.
Mm.
That is very unclear.
Yeah, they
You know what?
look like they could be mushrooms or rock formations. You can't tell from this distance.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Looking at his health and all that, I think I'm gonna school this boy in a proper knife fight. I'm gonna draw my own sword, my nasty helicopter blade sword.
Give him the old what for. He thinks he was doing the shanking. Turns out it's you doing the shanking.
Yep.
And
And
Actually, if you I would have recommended grappling him with your grappling hook.
grappling arm.
Yeah, try it out.
Is that as a full action, or is that in place of one attack?
that's an attack.
Okay. Yeah. Well, sure. Why not? We'll grapple him with my insane athletics modifier. Boop. That's a
I
28.
think you got him.
Let me roll. Unless he rolls a nat 20, which he probably won't. But let me check. No, he rolled a 2. Yeah,
So I just grab him by the scruff of his neck and haul him up to eye level, so he's now dangling off the ground.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they are short, lanky dudes. Well, okay,
Now.
short relative to you, I should
Okay,
say.
friends. Do I just throw him into the air?
Run him
or...
through. Run him through with your sword.
Yes. Let us
His
do
secrets
much
will be
stabbing.
ours.
Let us do much stabbing. I'm gonna use a martial focus, so giving me advantage.
Run.
Okay.
Stabby, and that's a crit.
Okay, yeah, he was going to teleport away, but no, he's dead.
I just run him through as I like lift him up. Basically, it's a not force version of that one force pull move you can do in
Oh yeah,
Fallen Order.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, you like absolutely freaking like normally these guys teleport away when you defeat them. You actually killed one.
Yeah,
Run him clear
I
through.
straight up I literally imagined it looked like you just drawing your sword, coming up to him, and then when he thought he was ready for a fight, you just put your sword forward, and then your arm just ejected forward, grabbed him, and then pulled him forward onto your
So I'm
blade.
right-handed, so my main sword arm is the one that's spring-loaded now. So I could just make my sword into basically like a viper strike. And just yank.
But yeah,
Um.
no, yeah, ouch.
So yeah,
Good job.
on him, he has the sickle. I guess
Yeah.
actually no. Well, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna say they do actually have sickles because I think it's very weird that they don't have sickles in Tears of the Kingdom.
They had Sheikah swords. in
Yeah, but
Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm giving them their sickles back.
Yeah.
Because those things are cool, and it's weird that they're just not a thing in Tears of the Kingdom at all.
Yeah.
Anyways, on him he has that. It's a sickle, like that's a weapon in there. It's a sickle.
Yeah.
He has 21 rupees, and he has one bunch of mighty bananas.
All right.
Cheapskate.
It's a step.
Well,
Oh, the
stash
stat
them with
block.
bananas.
Yes, you want to know the stat block. Yes, this actually is a thing you can reanimate, Spencer.
Yes.
Oh, hey.
I didn't even think
Emilia,
about that.
think this is
I was planning for you to reanimate a bokoblin, but
That works.
but no, I didn't realize that the Giga Clan member is also a CR that can be reanimated.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh.
Just barely. It is CR2, so.
That's fun.
Oh yeah. Shoot. I don't
Well,
think you remember
put
me
that
saying
token
that
in
for the
your
long rest.
Emilia token box, I suppose.
Yes. What is it? But yeah, like during the long rest, I repaired. Well, yeah, because okay, Goon doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
He's like dead. So I replaced him with the centaur body that we kept this long period of time.
Centaur body? Oh yes, Centaur.
Yeah, the
Yes.
horrifying mangle of limbs.
Yes.
Yes, the stat block, which is defined as
Giant
a
soldier ant.
giant soldier ant.
Yep.
And I think I modified it. I am going to actually. Okay. I'm gonna see if I accidentally took away one too many brackets. Close. Normal. Close.
I didn't realize you. I forgot you had that body. Honestly.
Yes, I did it correctly.
All right, cool.
Nice.
Now I can finally mark it off of other possessions list. Oh wait,
So,
no. It just means we're now down to one centaur body.
That's fun.
But yeah, you could alternatively reanimate the clan foot soldier if you want that, but I'll leave that up to you. I'll worry about that reanimated thingy later. For now.
Well, that was weird. Let's move on.
For now, I'll just put one on the map.
Continue epic Hyrule overworld theme music as we walk down the path.
Ahead you see a bridge. Well, you see a river, and then a bridge spanning that river.
Little wooden bridge.
Yep, a wooden bridge. It's kind of a shabby wooden bridge. Like, it looks sturdy enough, but like
it has
some
no
chunks.
handrails.
It's also got some chunks missing out of it, and also, there is a very fat red-skinned giant sleeping right in the middle of the bridge.
Okay. So now we are bridging from the bridge
Lovely.
to Terabithia metaphor.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at his stupid face. There are no thoughts behind that eye at all.
No, there are
Nope.
not. I must say, found a wonderful image for him.
Yep.
Wait a sec. Crazy idea. I don't know if it will work with my robotic arm. Can I just sort of like hang beneath the bridge and go across that way?
Not really.
Yeah, no, not really.
Oh, okay.
Why don't we just try to convince him? Wait a second.
You can.
You can try. You can certainly try.
Like, if you say that to Mary, she's just gonna say, "Be my guest."
I'll just sort of step to the side and hold my hand off forward in that go ahead kind of way. Be my guest.
Why would I say that? I would obviously want that. It's big.
It's so dirty
It's
looking.
big and it's dumb.
It is also way too high of a CR for you to reanimate. I'm gonna be clear about that.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's why we cut it into smaller parts, and then whenever we create a flesh golem, we'll just use that.
Yeah. I can't help but imagine like Emiria being like, don't worry.
There we go.
It's like, why don't we convince it we can pass by? Murder is not always the answer. We're all like, go ahead. And then Emiria clearly then suddenly has a moment of lucidity and just says, why the hell would I say that? Why the hell would I say that? I want its meat for monsters.
I need its dead body.
They are not monsters. They are perfect just the way they are.
Oh, I should also mention there are a variety of weapons dangling from its little
necklace that
it's
wearing
little
around
necklace.
its big fat hunchback neck. Usually a variation of a two-handed weapon, a one-handed weapon, and a bow.
Yeah.
So
I'll decide later after you kill it.
Yeah. What's it doing?
It's asleep, just laying on the bridge.
Cool.
Oh.
If we wake it up, Brad. I think it's attempt 2 on our like a thunder punch it in the eye. Because I feel like that would hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you guys want to go about this? Aren't you supposed to be the expert on these things? I don't know what the hell that is.
Well, you're just all kinds of helpful.
Hey, screw you. I didn't know the last place was going to be exactly what I expected it to be. The fact that it is actually more disturbing than you could possibly know.
Oh yeah, the goon is dead, and so is Isaiah.
No, Isaiah's alive.
Isaiah's alive?
Yeah,
He's the
just fixed
yeah.
him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She used the long rex to fix it.
Okay, and the claws, I assume.
Yeah. Well, due to weird situations, they were all made in different kind of ways. It just says, "Hey, oh, this is once for a long rest. You can bring this back."
Mhm.
Stealth is also an alternative.
Can we just sneak past it, walk past it?
We could try.
Emiria looks toward Bradley in that suit of armor.
Well,
Pretty
normally
sure
when
he's
it's not
pulled
this
off more
damaged.
stealth mission.
Well,
Mary's
normally when
just
it's
gonna
not this damaged, it works just fine.
Mary's just gonna say, pretty sure he's pulled off more stealth missions than you think, honey.
That too.
There's also
For
the
what I
flesh
wouldn't give for a
abominations. I
Sangheili
don't think
cloaking
the flesh
generator.
abominations have high stealth.
Well,
I do not build my critters for sneakiness. Especially this one.
sneaking up will at least give us an optimal fighting stance when we inevitably wake it up.
Oh, I thought you meant like just all of us just going to the side and ignoring this encounter completely.
Well, yeah. It was like initially suggested like we try to do that with the implication that it's possible we're gonna fail.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a tiny little head.
Yeah, he does have a tiny head.
I mean, yeah.
Well, no, not a tiny head, like a tiny little hat.
Oh, it's a horn.
Oh, it's not a hat. Well, I mean, it actually kind of is.
So it's on top of his head.
It's
It looks like
it's
it
a
It's
horn.
bits of
off of
wood
there.
tied to a horn.
Oh,
So hat-like appendage.
Yeah, it's bits of wood tied to his horn, tied to a horn. He has a
That
single
is
big horn coming out of the top of his head.
strange, but I mean, considering that eyeball and it's
Oh, yeah,
sideways
that
eyelid,
yeah, that eyeball does
it-
blink
it-
sideways.
that's
Yep.
not freaky at all.
I'm more worried
Sideways
about when
blinking
it's going to start
eyeballs.
hucking bombs at us.
Bombs. Oh, lovely.
It just digs them up from the ground. I don't know where. It even does that on the damn bridges. I don't know where it's getting them.
I think the claw sword is enough to get to the other side.
Well, are we
But
going to
it's
try to
just
sneak?
beyond him.
I don't see why not. Let's see how far we can get before we have
Okay.
to fight the big thing. Maybe if one
Okay.
of us can get on top of it.
Okay, stealth
Okay.
checks from everyone, please.
Stealth check.
All right. Gonna do Mary
Hey.
first.
Bradley, you are making stealth checks at disadvantage because you're wearing heavy armor.
Oh, well, it's medium, but that's right.
Medium, but yeah, you're wearing armor that gives you
Yep.
disadvantage on stealth checks.
That's
I think he's good.
even better.
Oh my gosh, Vagar.
Okay. Yep,
Okay,
you're fighting this
go
thing,
leave
but
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay, Mary first. Not
yep,
that great.
Mary would also get spotted.
Like, stealth?
I'm gonna say the ones who didn't get spotted got closer.
D20.
All right.
Or got closer if they want to get closer,
I
obviously.
knew it.
Yep.
I'll
the
go to
centaur
the
goes.
far side. Closer
You're
or
you're
go-
not allowed to be on the far side.
Okay.
Centaur is just a.
I'm
flat
aiming for the far
20.
side. I'll phrase it that way.
Yep, already knew it.
Mm,
Golem, that is a
There it is.
-1.
Neelo.
Vagar, how is the guy?
Neelo, put yourself
Oh,
wherever you want.
suit
Put the golem
better
wherever you want.
Man, I don't
That's a
know.
nat 20.
Put Neelo stealth wherever I want.
Yep.
I mean,
What
as Mary said, I have done a lot of
What if
stealth
I want to
missions
do?
because,
What
you
if,
know,
what if I want to
Spartan
try the
Nope,
old?
not on the other side.
what if
Has to be on
Oh,
this side of the Hinox.
Yep.
Alright.
Quick question. What if I want to try the old trick? The old trick. The one where you step in its hand and then when it scratches its belly, it puts you on its belly.
Given that it's gonna wake up still, you're gonna fall right off of it.
Not
So
if
I
you
don't
grab
know
its necklace.
I just don't know if that's a very practical idea.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm gonna at least get next to Vagar.
Bradley,
I
you mean?
suppose I'll roll.
There
Yeah,
goes over
Bradley.
here.
You don't need to roll for the tiny creatures.
Okay. Legion will need a boopity boo bit.
Actually, yeah, we'll just put.
Of course, your stealth's better than mine.
The water is
Never
pretty
mind.
far. The water is pretty far down, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but Ivo has flat.
I know. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Hinox wakes up and stands up. It looks around in kind of bleary eyed. Looks at Vagar. Starts licking its chops.
Oh goodness.
He thinks
Dang.
your lunch.
She's thirsty.
Yeah, we'll go with that interpretation. Okay. Come on, roll. Oh.
7.
Well,
All right, Neelo, you're up first.
I really wanted Bradley to roll better than that because I wanted to thunder
guy
punch it
is
in the
pretty
eye.
fast.
You could still ready action. I can throw you, or you could just thunder
Yeah.
punch it yourself.
Yeah.
right now.
I'll probably move then ready action to be here. So that way I'm not immediately in its attack views. But yeah, I'll move here ish.
Okay.
Ready action to for thunder punching.
Okay.
And you know what? Legion, obvious target is obvious.
Right in the face. Hey!
Obvious target is obvious.
All right. Yeah. Legion shoots it in the eye. It falls on its butt, clutching its eye. So roll damage.
Mug him.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want the damage for that or?
Yeah, roll damage.
Okay.
2d6 plus 12 plus Dex
Yeah.
mod.
2d6 plus 12 plus 3. So
2d6 plus 15. Fun. Ouch time.
boom. Hot damn, Legion.
Nice.
Nice.
When he doesn't always make me happy. But there are times.
Mm-hmm.
There are times when he makes me really. That's a 17.
That hits still.
Yeah. Shoot him again with less significance, but I ain't complaining. That was a damn fine hit, my lad.
Mm-hmm.
And also the music happens. The new the music that plays. The music that always plays when you shoot them in the eye.
That's actually just their boss theme.
Oh, it always restarts whenever you shoot them in the eye, though.
Whatever.
I'm sure it seems like that because it's so easy to shoot them in the eye.
Anyways,
and their boss theme is really short.
Anyways, it is the Hinox's turn. It will stand back up and uncover its eye, and then it has a very hilarious walk cycle.
Yeah, it's going.
And Vagar is the closest thing it can see that isn't rotten or covered in armor.
Well, I mean, no, Legion looks uncovered to it.
But
Legion is further away.
The closest thing.
It also hurt it.
Yeah, but it's attacking Vagar. Vagar's in the way as well. So Vagar,
Okay.
it is just making a big swing with one of its fists first. That's a 23 to hit.
Yep.
Goodbye, Vagar.
Vagar just gets flung into the ocean.
And I'm gonna need a strength save.
Which would be impressive considering that the ocean is the other side of the continent from here.
Vagar takes the express trip to the boat via the Hyrulian space program.
Vagar broke every bone in his body, but he made it.
Rest? I
Yes,
totally
you
forgot.
took a long rest.
Yeah, we got a long
Okay,
rest.
okay,
You got
thank
long.
God.
You're
Okay,
good.
okay,
You're good.
okay. Strength saving throw.
Yeah. Oof.
I'm over there.
Oof.
I'm done.
I think
Yeah,
you're in the drink.
you're knocked prone and you take 12 damage.
Oh, not
Ouch.
as bad as I was expecting it to be. I was
Um,
expecting that you were gonna go
Yeah, me too.
land somewhere over there.
No,
Like,
it was just
uh,
a roll to see
Just like
to see when you
right
get
over
knocked
here.
prone.
you know what, Brad? If you could,
It's gonna swing at you again though.
yeah.
Vagar.
Okay.
At advantage now because you're prone.
Yep.
You know what? Bradley, if you could throw me on top of it.
That's another hit.
Already.
You take another 22
I could
damage.
easily use its. I could
22?
easily use
Okay.
its back as a support.
And then you see it jump into the air and butt slam the bridge.
Oh no.
So
I think we now see why this bridge is in
yes.
such disrepair.
Everyone but the Colosseum. The Colosseum is immune to this effect. Everyone needs to make a dex save.
What about
Dexterity
Ivo?
saving throw.
Ivo is also immune, because in the air.
Alright.
Dex save.
I'm a burn an exploit.
Okay, you're fine.
Another.
Oh wait,
Oh.
actually you didn't need to make a save. This is just whether you're going to be knocked prone.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Neelo is.
You know what,
Oh, if it's just for
Vega,
prone, then
wouldn't it be funny if that
if that what you're
Nat
making
wonder and back on his feet, which
yes,
surprised him and
Yeah,
caused
you
him
guys
to
say
fall
it's being
back
knocked
over.
prone. Okay,
He's like, okay, I'm
It's like,
up.
whoa!
Ugh.
Which was that for, Emiria?
That was for little Isaiah.
Okay, Isaiah's prone.
Yes, it's okay. I have a +2. Nope.
I'm also going to need a save for Legion and Mary.
Working on it.
All right.
Thank you.
Mary and
Mary's fine.
Legion.
Flat 10.
Emiria is fine.
1d20.
Yeah,
Which one is
Alright,
this
that's
one?
easy
Which
for
one is this one?
the centaur.
Okay.
And last one's the barnyard.
Oh, I think everybody's good.
-1. 20, 20, minus
My drone's immune as well because it floats.
Yep.
-1.
It floats.
Oh yeah, the
Match.
plus one's fine. Emiria, your turn.
Oh. I'm going to freaking Vagar. You
Yep.
gotta stop dying like this. Oh, do you want to go beast mode?
The fuck he does?
He literally did all of that.
Yeah. like Mary's right here.
Well, I'm
We'll
also
only
right
go.
here.
We'll only go beast mode if we really need to.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let's see.
So it's just like a
I
last
guess
resort type of thing.
Alright, I guess I'll just heal you normally.
Thank
Here's
you.
You
here's
see my
9
right
plus
arm
trying
like
times.
reflexively just clench and release when you ask that question.
I cover my ass. Which
We're
also
both
got
having
ripped
traumatic
open.
flashbacks.
Alright. Let's mob
Listen,
this
when
guy.
I said I wanted Vagar to eat my ass, that's not what I meant.
You know, technically your hamstrings are a little bit lower. They're the backside of your thighs.
Nah, I know, but it's just it's just funnier to say.
Yeah.
Right.
So they do
So-
technically originate in your hips.
in your glutes.
Well, not in your glutes. It'd be under your glutes.
Well, yeah,
They originate from
they're
the...
connected. They're connected.
Yes and no.
Normal. You're not making
Like they have
normal.
similar origin and insertion points.
Ah,
Minus
that
7.
actually makes more sense,
Does a 15 hit? Yes, 15 does hit. Okay.
structurally speaking.
Alright.
9. Minus
That sounds like
another
yours, Brad.
9. -7. It's already prone. -5. -6. Okay. Vagar.
Okay.
Oh, and I guess I'll spend the rest of my action picking up Isaiah and
Okay.
be back.
Yeah, he's gonna get up and he is going to do his usual thing. Do the whole Crimson Bright and smack the guy for
Okay.
putting him on his ass
Ouch.
twice.
Come on.
That does hit. You also have
Ooh.
advantage, so go ahead and roll
Mhm.
that again.
Yes.
Hey!
Ah!
Yeah,
Let's go.
40.
Oh boy.
Hit him with it all, yeah.
So that's an extra 14 on that. 8 and 1 and 14.
9 and 14, 23.
Woo.
You stab it in the eye and it clutches its eye again.
That's
Yeah.
what we call an owie. You still have advantage.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's got a big owie.
That hits.
Oh, I swear, if we're able to combo move finish this.
We'll be like, I don't know if we're even going to get to our.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all my turn.
All right. Bradley.
I
I
grab
think we can
Neelo
combo
and
move finish
yeet.
this.
All right. Neelo, make that attack roll. Actually, no. First, Bradley, make an athletics check.
Boop.
Yeah, not to throw me
A
directly into its
reliable
butt.
talent, so that's actually not a 3. That's a 8.
Okay. Yes, you succeed by a lot. Neelo, make an attack roll.
Hit it in the face.
In the face. You actually break the bridge out from underneath it. The claws don't fall. Don't worry. And it falls through the bridge and is carried away by the river.
Bombs
While
away!
also appearing to clearly be drowning, it clearly can't swim.
Hmm
Just can't do it. How fast is the river moving?
Quite quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not getting there in time.
Bye!
Yeah. So I guess I'm over here now. Actually, how hard's my landing?
You take a d6 of bludgeoning damage from falling.
Oh, okay. That's
That's a d5, but whatever, it'll work. You take 1 damage.
I'm just gonna look. I'm just gonna look at Brad. I can't believe that worked.
I just shrug. And then I look back down the hole and be like, dang. Moving on.
Might
Anyways,
need
you
to help people fix that. Yeah.
you keep traveling. You keep traveling on. Eventually, you see when it's starting to get late in the day, you see
Yeah.
the castle you see the castle floating above the ground to your left, and to your right, you see what appears to be like a fort just on the side of the road. There's some towers. There's a telescope. There's a variety of people. You see the humans and the bird people, but you also see fish people and rock people and very tall and very tall women.
Very tall, bronze-skinned women with red hair.
Hmm
They also appear to be very jacked.
Yep.
Wait,
Well, no better. Not a better. This place seems safe. I'm very curious about the undead monsters coming in, but
it's okay.
Yeah.
Amiri just throws like a blanket over it.
you might want to just pack those. You might want to pack those away into the. And she'll just start fiddling with the. She'll start fiddling with the door.
hmm
Oh, puzzle sphere.
Yep,
You might want to put those in there.
you put the undead monsters into the Slipgate laboratory so that you don't get
Yep.
people being like, "Why are you bringing undead monsters in?"
Yeah, so we don't get this clearly secure location suddenly being very upset with us.
Mhm.
Because I want to point out there are no good. Even Mary would be able to tell you that there are no good necromancers in this land.
You know, most
Not a
settings that have
single one.
necromancy, there aren't good necromancers. Like, that's just the general thing about necromancy. They don't
that's just
tend
a
to be good
general
ones.
rule.
It is, but like there are exceptions, but Zelda is never one of them. Anyways,
In fact, the one necromancer, the one singular necromancer that any of these characters would even know of was one of Ganondorf's lackeys.
yeah,
Or I guess Calamity Ganon's lackeys, but whatever.
yeah,
Close enough.
yeah. So
Because
we're
I'm
gonna,
saying that Aster did exist in the original Calamity, he just didn't really manage to do anything.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure he got consumed by the calamity just the same, but
Well, yeah.
I mean, you don't worship the embodiment of straight up malice without some shall we say what are the opposite of Benny's on the job?
Anyways, yes, they
Detriment?
the guards at the door let you in. You find yourself in a little what looks like a little courtyard um around like a little hole in the ground that has a ladder going down into it. You see a
Yeah.
variety of shops and soldiers training, and you see a short woman studying a rock in one of the side areas.
Lovely.
Oh, this seems like a cute little hamlet, but well, if I'm not mistaken, it looks closer to some sort of observation area.
Perhaps a recon
To
outpost?
get one, you're only getting one. She's just gonna kind of gesture vaguely at the tallest building in the structure, or the second tallest building in the structure, I think it is. And she's just with the one with the telescope, and she's just gonna say, "You're getting one guess why I think that."
Perhaps it's just a scouting outpost.
Maybe. That looks like town ruins on the other side.
I'm gonna mention that Mary noticed this. The rest of you didn't. When you entered, one of the soldiers that opened the door, that was like guarding the door, ran into the building with the telescope.
Yeah. So are you all ready to try to be diplomatic and stuff? She's gonna like retighten her tie.
You
I'm
hear an
always ready.
obviously pained sigh come from the speaker on my helmet.
You see the
Neelo,
you see the
at this point, I think I'm ready for anything.
at that you see the doors of that like little telescope place open, and the soldier reemerges, joined by a woman wearing a strange pair of goggles.
Yeah.
And she like looks up and down Bradley and Neelo, and you just hear her mumbling stuff, and she's talking about how it's fascinating, and like clearly not aware, like she doesn't, very socially unaware. She's just like very much.
I reach up with both hands and take
I
off
posted
my
her in
helmet
game chat, by the way.
and just sort of
Alright.
put it under one arm.
I'm also not
That's,
going to attempt her voice.
Yeah. She's just Neelo's
She's
Yeah, so
wearing those
I wanna-
goggles that are in her hair, by the way, to be clear.
Yeah. There's
Lovely.
not a lot of. I didn't immediately find a GIF of her wearing it. She looks kind of funny when she's doing that, though.
Yeah, they don't.
Especially because them
they-
goggles do like a chameleon eye thing, where they're never
Yeah.
like looking at the same thing.
They also don't quite fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
They're
anyways,
a little bit too big.
Yeah. But you'd
Well,
think
hello there.
with all the stuff that was happening with her body recently, she'd have figured out how to fit those things properly by now.
Anyways,
But yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
no.
Mary Ellie step up and
Neelo's
say,
in
"Well, hello
a.
I didn't
the
hear
most
what you
awkward
said.
Hi for Neelo I
Yeah.
could possibly give out.
We couldn't hear what it was.
Yeah, we didn't.
Microphone cut out.
Okay, it was literally just like, hey, it was like basically Neelo went from confident to suddenly very clearly, this is not fine. She's just like, hi.
The woman takes a step back, and takes the goggles off.
Yeah.
Neelo, it just went from not fine to extra not fine.
Yeah, no. Thank God she finally convinced Legion to stop reading out her freaking letters. I'm pretty sure her heart's about to leave. Pretty sure her heart's about to go on strike.
So you're saying Legion would be saying, you're about to enter tachycardic crisis?
Yeah. You know what? That's a fair point. Just like your Creator Megara, your heart. What's the official medical term, Brad? You would know that off the top of your head.
Tachycardia is for heartbeats too fast.
Yeah.
It would be like a tachycardic crisis or something.
Yeah, you appear to be experiencing tachycardia. Just like, and she's just gonna go. She's just gonna shush it.
What is that thing she's holding? Is it like a ruler or?
It's a flute.
Okay. She kind of gestures to Bradley and Neelo with the flute. You three, you're and Legion as well.
Yeah.
You three, you're not.
There's no way she doesn't see what it actually is.
Yeah, you're not from around here, are you?
No.
Understatement of the century. No.
I have my helmet tucked up underneath my mechanical arm. Sort of doing that one hand, one arm hold.
Well, you're not here to cause harm, are you?
No, we are heading east to...
We're heading to
what was
somewhere
it called
called
again?
Hateno Bay.
That.
What business do you have there?
Rejoining
our ship. Our ship crashed there, and we were in Hebra.
I'm gonna mention that she did noticeably tense up a little bit when you mentioned Hateno Bay, that you were going there.
Yeah.
Like because you are strangers and.
Yeah. Mary's. Well, you got nervous out of nowhere.
There a problem we should be aware of in that region?
No, it should be all fine. There's just some friends that live near there, and I'm wary of anyone who claims to be of anyone strange who claims to be heading in that direction. There's a great many people who wish them harm.
Wouldn't happen to be weird red spandex wearing guys with an upside down Sheikah eye, would it?
She looks genuinely startled at you mentioning that. I
Yeah.
wouldn't recommend speaking of them so brazenly. But
Cool,
yes.
'cause
I'll just shrug and be like, they seem pretty easy to. You know what? I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
let's just say we're not friends.
Look, if you need an example, I can
See me
give
distinctly
you.
wiping blood off my
I can
sword.
provide evidence that we are, let's say, against them.
I assume you
Let's
just
see,
like
I
pulled
guess.
out. You just like pull out the bloodstained mask.
Yeah, the bloodstained mask from the bag.
There's also my sword that's still got its blood on it.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but it could be anyone's blood.
True.
I suppose that's proof enough you're not with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird.
Don't worry, we're here for a very different reason. It's
We were here to look for some. We were here to look for someone.
yes.
Someone by the name of Kalani.
That
About my
sounds.
height, give or take.
That sounds like a Gerudo name.
That's what I'm led to believe.
The Gerudo mostly. She gestures to some Gerudo doing drills to the
Yeah.
in the courtyard. The Gerudo mostly live in the desert to the southwest of here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They're a very isolationist society, and she looks at Bradley and Vagar.
Yeah.
It's unlikely they would allow you two to enter their city.
Any particular
That
reason?
tracks. That tracks.
Care to explain
What-
why?
There. Nah, I just don't think they like men.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's kind
Then
of
how did
sexist
Varut?
of them.
Well, he was traveling with one of them.
I mean, unless my knowledge of history is completely wrong, they only have like one male to their entire species, and he's invariably a dick.
Then how did
Now,
Varut?
how does that work?
Ganondorf was also killed recently.
I heard about
Oh.
that. Heard about that. That's good to hear, if nothing else.
You seem to know a lot about our history.
He seems to know a lot about a
You
lot
say
of things.
that, but I really don't think I don't anymore. Why is the castle floating? It's been bugging me the whole way here. Why is it doing that? Also, why does it look mostly destroyed?
Sorry, I'm
Isn't Castletown like what is Castletown just completely destroyed? What?
Okay,
What
I'm
the
gonna say
hell
that
happened
I'm
here?
gonna say that I'm not going to do it in character, but I'm gonna say that that Pura explains the calamity and the upheaval
the great calamity and the upheaval
to the whole, pretty much the whole party. So
Yeah.
out of character, real fast. Ganon was sealed beneath the castle. His energies created this monster called Calamity Ganon. 10,000 years ago, the Sheikah fought them with robots. About 100 years ago, 110-ish years ago, the Hyrulians dug up the old Sheikah robots to try to fight against Calamity Ganon's prophesied return. Calamity Ganon possessed those robots and turned them against them, resulting in the death of the Hylian king, and the near death of the hero. The hero slept for 100 years to heal, fought back against Calamity Ganon, and defeated him. The hero and the princess found the body of Ganondorf. The princess went missing, but eventually returned, and the hero killed Ganondorf. And then when they found the body of Ganondorf, the chasms to the depths opened, the castle started floating, and it revealed the Sky Islands in the sky.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Is this one of those weird alternate timeline
And
things
so-
that you keep talking about with this place?
Mary clearly like is just absorbing that for a minute, and then just says, "Wow, that was a lot to happen within the last 100 years."
A lot to go through.
You see Bradley scratching his head, and he's like, "I thought my last century was busy."
I'm going to be clear
It's only been a half century,
I'm going to be clear to all of you. You did pick up that Purah just said that she went through all of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Spartan's like, "Dang, and I thought I was busy."
So
Oh,
you're just.
Here.
So do you just age slower, or?
I used some tricks to reclaim my youth. She just kind of waves a hand dismissively.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
Right.
I think I know what she's talking about.
Right.
Vampire.
Oh, poor Neelo. Purah is such a looker, but she's also just not it.
She's what, like 120?
Oh no, that's not the problem. The problem is that Purah would clearly have no interest.
Oh yeah, I'll also mention this. Purah does have red eyes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's clearly visible on her character model there. Like, okay, it's a little harder to see, but yeah, she does have red eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, the lighting there is making it somewhat
Yeah,
difficult to see.
and Mary obviously just does know that she's a Sheikah, like from the way she looks, from the way she carries herself, from the red eyes.
Yeah. I mean, Mary's also not dumb enough to invite the ire of the Shadow folk. She knows about the Shadow Temple. She knows what went down there. She doesn't want to. You want to get Shadow Templed? That's how you get Shadow Templed. Yeah. There's another GIF. This one will probably provide a better look at her eyes. But yeah, so it's just like, cool.
Okay, so other interesting
numbers. Nightcuff. So what is this settlement then?
This is Lookout Landing, which we created in our studies of the catacombs beneath Hyrule Castle, the ones where Ganondorf was sealed.
Yeah, Mary just goes, "Ha! Called it," because she called it that it was an observation post earlier.
Oh yeah. Nowadays,
you really love being right, don't you? Thank you for noticing.
Spartan just rolls his eyes. Eggheads.
Yeah.
So I take it none of you are from around here then.
That would be.
Do you want the long story, or that sounds completely insane, or do you want us to try to come up with some sort of lie that sounds more believable?
Insanity?
No, I don't think you could lie that good.
Yes.
Emiria might.
Oh yes, I lie all the
It's only
time.
because her pets are safely locked away in that other location.
Hey,
Let's not bring those
yes.
things up. They're.
Two of them
I'm
could be
still not sure
passive.
how it.
Well,
Yes, they are
well,
quite
you said you're looking for a Gerudo named Kalani. Start
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Start in the deserts
With-
out west, right?
We should probably meet
No,
up with.
she meant like start why as to like why you're searching for her.
Oh,
All right.
yes. It's like
Okay,
okay.
so
Well, searching for
we-
her.
A friend of ours
in
is an
G-
old friend of hers, and she's
There's-
deemed important by another really powerful. Uh, how do I
someone
describe her with?
someone hired us to look for people who were involved in a crisis that appeared off-world,
That.
and he
Yes.
in lands far from here, and this Kalani was one of them. We've
Right.
one of our main goals to finding this to getting back to the ship is to rendezvous with a friend of ours named Varut. He is, as far as I can gather, he is our foremost expert on these lands, as he has apparently visited them before.
Interesting.
Though based on based on the recordings I've seen, he doesn't. Everything he has is only in relation to the desert.
Well,
Does
Mhm.
any of that make sense to you?
she doesn't seem phased by your explanation at all. Well, it's getting late, and you don't want to be out. You don't want to be out in this field at night. You can stay here for tonight, and
The
us.
skeletons start popping out of the ground all the time.
That's that sort of thing. You can stay here for the night, and I will see about
Figured.
arranging some more suitable transportation in the morning.
Ah, that would be
Anything.
most appreciated.
Anything that doesn't involve us having to fight another three-headed dragon.
You fought a Gliok. Did you
Old
win?
one. I had ice.
Well,
Yes.
I hope we did.
you could
Yeah.
definitely say so.
If we, there are so many ways to interpret triple decapitation and a gutting.
She kind of laughs and then turns away with saying something under her breath that only Mary catches as she walks
Yeah.
away.
Neelo, you left
You-
out the part where it fell on you
he
afterwards.
and
Need
she
to know
just
that.
she just but basically she just says something to the effect of he is going to love you.
Mary's just kind of sits there. I think I like her.
And the soldiers guide you down the ladder at the center to a little room where you can sleep.
Yeah.
Once again, another long rest,
Ah, excellent. Good stuff.
and
Refuel
then
my equipment.
Long rest.
yes, and then when you wake up in the morning,
Heal that one damage I took.
when you wake up in the morning, there is a
One.
there is a cart outside of Lookout Landing waiting for you. It has two.
I-
There are two horses
I-
pulling it.
You know what? I kind of want to do something that's just really funny
Okay.
while we're here.
Okay.
We're just like during some downtime, just investigate one of the towers, investigate the one tower trying to figure out what it does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neelo's just gonna be Neelo's just gonna kind of be in the middle of this giant hollow tube looking thing. She's just
Mhm.
like, what could this possibly be for?
One of the soldiers is behind you. We call them Skyview towers. If you had a device that could activate it, it would launch you into the air so that you would have a better look at the surroundings.
Just looks at them. What? What? How would you not fall to your death? This tower is at least whatever the meters equivalent of 100 feet is.
They're
33-ish.
35.
Yeah. This is at least 35 meters. The fall would be fatal.
They're primarily designed for Link. He has a paraglider he could use to descend safely.
As if that makes any more sense.
The soldier just shrugs. I don't know. It was Purra's idea. And you hear Purra from the observation tower. I heard that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like Neelo quietly questions to herself why is she seemingly magnetically does she have some sort of magnetic attraction to the crazy ones?
Figures just gonna
She's
pat her on
with
the
a
back.
party
It's
of
like, I
lunatics,
feel that.
and she basically had a
I understand you. My wife tends to blow stuff up.
yeah, so she's just gonna kind of be sitting at that, just like, none of this makes sense.
You're just realizing that now?
Look,
I've realized that call it deniability.
you know, the sooner you let go of your sanity, easier a lot of this stuff will be to process.
You are not the kind of you are precisely the person I do not want that kind of advice from. No offense.
Unfortunately, there's no way here.
Anyways,
You worry about a lot less stuff.
Anyways, there is a cart for you to use as transportation.
All right.
Huzzah!
Let's
It
see.
is pulled by two sturdy-looking horses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go.
I'm sure they would probably care if the horses went missing.
Thank you again for everything.
Sure. If you yeah.
Yep.
She'll just Hateno village is to the east, a little bit south. Follow the road signs. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
Can't read them.
That's right. An
Okay,
old.
I still have our radar
Best I
pin
can.
on my
Mary
HUD.
Mary just says, "Best I can read is this," and she writes down Ocarina of Time text.
That is a very old Hylian script. Purra
Yeah.
roots around
Had
in
a
some
feeling.
papers for a second and hands you one. This should serve well enough for you to be able to at least read simple things like signs. It's just like a translation from Old Hylian to New Hylian.
Can we just have a talk here, and we'll just Mary's gonna do that thing she can do where she learns how to read and write the language.
Oh, okay. She learns how to read and write New Hylian.
Modern Hylian.
Yeah, modern Hylian as opposed to Old Hylian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, that is gonna make things so much simpler.
Anyways, you start heading out. Partway through, you see some guy standing on the side of the road, holding up a very top-heavy sign.
Oh my gosh, leave him. Leave him.
Leave him.
Run him over.
It's just like,
well, what's the sign say, Mary?
Hudson Construction Company. Who the hell's Hudson?
Well, clearly nothing
Well, I
we
mean, I'm
need.
guessing it's the
Well,
I'm guessing
obviously,
it's the
he owns
guy
a
on the
construction
picture,
company.
but I'm guessing it's the guy on the picture, but you know, okay, you know what? I'm starting to see that sign everywhere. Hang on, there's a bunch of just random materials here. Hudson Construction Company. Like, what is this company?
It's a sad
I would-
exclusive one, that's for sure.
I
It's
would
just
think it'd be
everywhere.
self-explanatory. It's a construction company. They just got out of a war. Clearly, the construction industry is booming.
There is one
You
person
know what?
working right
Mary's
now.
just gonna point a finger at Brad. You know what? That is actually a very good point. That is actually a very good point. Well done. Where- does he need help?
No.
That's the most Witcher. I want to point out, like, I know out of game why you said it, but like in game, that is the most appropriately Witcher response I've ever heard.
Oh no, Vagar says it.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I'm like, that sounds like something a Witcher would actually say, so it
Yeah.
checks out.
Does he need
Well-
help? Nope. Probably not.
I don't think he knows how signs work. You're
That's
supposed to
on him.
build the base first. Not whatever he's doing.
Maybe he
I,
intends the
I
signs to
imagine
be
we're
mobile.
saying this as we're just riding by, apparently
Yep.
ignoring him.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, you ride on for a while longer. You ride through some forests. You spend the night in another stable.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, just before that stable, actually, you pass through what looks like a mountain that's been cut in half. Which
This
in
one
which
looks
in
more geologically sound.
yeah, which in the stable, the locals refer to as the dueling peaks.
Ah, yes.
Uh-huh.
It's just like, well, that appeared to be more naturally forming. I mean, you saw the river, so perhaps over the course of thousands of hundreds of years, it just carved the mountain in half. Local villager instead tells a story about a dragon.
Yep, about how a dragon basically cut the mountain in half.
Yeah. I don't even remember why the dragon did it. I just know that that's how the story goes. Whether or not that story is true is another matter entirely.
I mean, I could definitely see it being true.
I mean, I can too. I mean, I had this whole conversation with you the other night about how half the time when they say legend says in the Zelda universe, they really should just say, so this happened. Because half the time they say it's a legend, but then you find out, no, that's actually like verbatim what happened.
But yeah, you keep riding along. Up ahead, until up ahead, you hear what sounds like the sounds of fighting.
Nope.
All right.
Get ready.
This is
Here we go again.
oh boy, here we go, killing again.
Boy.
Anyways,
I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
okay.
This girl.
I'm gonna be honest with all of you. This is not a combat encounter. It was originally going to be a combat encounter, but the session's already running kind of long, and I want you to get to Hateno Village before the end.
Okay, so what then?
You'll
You're
see.
gonna see just like Barut disintegrate someone or something like that.
You'll see what it is. Yeah, you don't know in character that it's not a combat encounter, obviously, but
Yeah. Oh boy, here we go, killing again.
Everything could be a combat encounter if you're good enough.
I suppose I don't know why you. I mean, there is a
No.
there is a character you're going to encounter. I don't know why you would fight him though.
Well, hypothetically, if we were a bunch of CE murder hobos. We would try to kill everything that isn't
I
us.
guess you would get killed though.
But we're not that.
You would definitely get killed if you tried to turn this into a combat encounter. You would die.
All right, I'm
That
back.
makes sense.
Okay, Joey, this is not a combat encounter. You don't know that in character, but this is actually not a combat encounter. So
Oh, okay.
it was originally going to be a combat encounter, but the session's already running kind of long, and I want you to get to Hateno Village before the end of the session, because you're already going to be spending longer in Golden Space than most of the other spheres, and
Yeah.
I don't want to make it too ridiculous.
Okay.
So yes, you keep riding forward. You're hearing the sounds of combat, so you're obviously preparing. You hear explosions. You hear the shrieks of creatures that you don't know what they like. You don't like the shrieks of creatures, but you don't know what the creatures are.
Yeah.
You hear you hear you hear what sounds like a sword clacking against wood. And you arrive at a ruined fort with several bodies of what appear to be basically goblins, some larger goblins, and a blonde man in a blue shirt uses a sword to kill a very large, very fat goblin.
Just
My suspicion was correct.
we're just Mary just going. Is that?
Yeah, Mary,
Huh.
you don't recognize the person. You recognize the sword he's carrying, but
Oh,
you
he
don't.
still has it.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's just like, she's looking at the sword and going, is that? Huh. Well,
Care to enlighten the rest of us?
I guess cross that off my. Well, okay. Guess I'm crossing that off the old proverbial bucket list. Not that it was on there.
The man turns around as you keep riding forward. Looks surprised to see a cart full of people. And hops up into the back of the cart as you ride through the fort.
What time of day is it?
Where are you heading?
It is afternoon.
Afternoon. Just afternoon.
Yeah.
As he hops in.
Where are you heading?
He looks up at the sky and suddenly looks a little bit worried. And then he whistles and a horse starts riding alongside the cart.
Yeah.
He doesn't like move to the horse, but like the horse does. A brown and white horse starts riding alongside the cart. He just turns over to Mary. I'm gonna give him a voice because it makes more sense than if I say he's sign languaging things.
Well, yeah, no, this version of Link is confirmed to be able to speak.
Yeah.
Like normally.
Yeah.
He just generally chooses not to.
I'm headed back. Headed back home to Hateno.
Well, that's where we're heading.
Well, that's lucky.
Even luckier for. Yeah. It's not every day. Not every day someone sees the Blade of Evil's Bane either. What are you doing out here?
Yeah, obviously
There's no way he knows that name. They don't call it that anymore.
The what?
The Master Sword. Come on. Come on, what, do you call it something else now?
I forget what they do call it, actually.
The sword that seals the darkness.
Oh,
It's a needlessly complicated name.
yeah. We call it the sword that seals the darkness.
Well, that's dumb. Blade of Evil's Bane. It kills evil things.
That is a good name for it.
You're. So what were you doing out here aside from the obvious monster hunting?
Well, I'm supposed to be gathering tomatoes, but sometimes I get bored, and I heard about some monsters at Fort Hateno and decided to make a little detour to take care of them. By the way, he looks like completely unharmed, even though there were like 20 monsters that he killed.
Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, Neelo is sitting here quietly drooling over this guy because canonically Link is apparently quite the looker.
Yeah.
Canonically, he is.
No. It's good because the rest of the party, we all just know that Neelo is thirsty.
Oh no, absolutely.
Thirsty for
Absolutely.
many people.
And that's why I'm sitting here being like, yep, time to go after Link, something I never thought I'd say. But you know what? Neelo, you're doing this to me, so let's go. Professor Mary Oobleck extends her hand.
He kind of confusedly shakes your hand. I'm not even sure if that's a thing they do in Hyrule.
It is.
Okay, but he kind of awkwardly does it. I'm Link.
So you are the guy I heard we've been hearing about.
I mean, a lot of people like to make a much bigger deal out of me than I am.
I understand
li-
that feeling. All too well.
Literally. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, not just anyone can pick up that thing. Gotta be chosen by the gods or whatever.
He looks just at the road for a long moment. and then finally he just says quietly, I never wanted to be.
Well, I didn't want to leave my job from working at a library. Can't always get what we want.
Ain't that
Yeah.
the truth?
As long as I don't see another horrifying war, I'm good.
There will always be.
You and me both.
Oh man.
As you keep riding along, he eventually just says, could you stop here for a second? I should actually gather the tomatoes that I'm supposed to be out here gathering.
Sure thing. Maria, would you mind stopping the horses? Because I imagine she's the one driving. Much to our dismay, she is the only one who actually knows how to operate horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah, it's like on one hand, I do
would
have
as well.
land vehicle proficiency. On the other hand,
Well, I mean,
there's
technically,
no way he would...
I think Vagar could do it too, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just more immediately funny to imagine that Emiria is doing
Yeah.
it.
Over the course of a few minutes, Link gathers a small satchel full of red, orange, and yellow cherry tomatoes, and then hops back in the cart.
Not the. Oh god, that'd be a stupid snide remark, especially considering that's just not a thing anymore.
What?
You know what? I'm doing it. What, looking to get an extra bottle or something? It's just not a thing anymore.
He just looks at you really confused. No,
He's not the only one.
no. Zelda's planning on teaching the kids the recipe for the recipe I uncovered tomorrow. She needed tomatoes to do it.
Ah,
Hmm.
doing a little cooking class. It's always good. Always got to make sure the kids are prepared for the future, right?
Oh, yeah.
You never
ch-
know what could happen.
I-
She just kind of gives a deadpan stare at everyone else. You really never know what can happen. As everyone's just
believe
kind of
me.
being like,
That's been a motto of my life for the last 30 years.
the last couple months or so have definitely made that incredibly painfully apparent. It's just it's just too funny having Mary mention gameplay mechanics that are outdated, but were definitely relevant during Kalani's time. Which is funny because they're gonna come back up. It's like, but anyways, yeah, I suppose we continue on our road then.
Yep, you keep riding.
Idle chit chat and
Yeah,
such.
you keep riding. You eventually arrive at a small village. You see the coastline. You can actually see the tops of the Duchess's masts. And
There she is.
And you stop the cart outside what looks like a little inn. Link hops down with the bag of tomatoes, and almost instantly, like as if on cue, the doors of the inn open, and a blonde-haired woman steps out and just says, "You were off. I sent you off for tomatoes, and you went off to fight monsters again, didn't you?" "Well, I heard there were monsters in Fort Hateno, and we've been over this. If you're going to fight, you should at least tell me." They kind of squabble for a teeny bit before Link apologizes and hands her the bag of tomatoes.
Excuse me, do you happen to know the best road to the nearby Hateno Bay?
She gives you directions.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact directions, but I will say that
it's pretty much east.
Mary, you automatically notice this. Everyone else, I want perception checks, please.
Perception checks.
Understood. 2 perception checks for the Legion and
there.
Yeah, Mary automatically notices this because it's a perception check. So
actually,
that's
8 and 4 is 12.
Yeah, I'm
that's
sorry,
actually
she has
23.
31 passive.
23, dear goodness.
That 15 is actually a 23.
Yes, I heard.
22.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't sure.
22, Vagar, you don't notice it, but you're the only one to not notice this at first. There's this, at least for now.
Legion. And
Legion does not notice.
pathologically unobservant of you, boy.
Neelo is too distracted. Neelo is too distracted by how pretty both of them are.
Yeah, this is a problem situation.
So
like one of them's cute, one of them's cute and precious looking, and the other one is apparently a stud, despite the fact that he's shorter than Neelo.
anyways, so Mary, Bradley, and Miria notice that the woman has some slight patches of white scales on her neck and arms. They appear to also have like a mother of pearl sheen to them.
Ah.
Interesting.
Mary just kind of Mary sits for a second, then just goes, Hey, do you ever get those? Hey, did you ever get that looked at?
She looks at she looks at Mary. Excuse me?
She kind of gestures to a part on her own body where the scales are a bit noticeable.
Oh, that's
where we come from. That's generally not a good sign.
She touches the scales on the part where Mary indicated.
Yeah.
She kind of stops for a second, like almost like she looks almost like she's trying to figure out what the right word is. Think of it like a scar.
Interesting
Well,
scar,
if
but,
you if you want it
all
looked at, I know a dang fine doctor. She'd at least have some idea what to do.
It's not.
She'd at least have some idea what it is.
It's not harmful.
If it's no problem, then it's no problem.
Link almost looks like he's about to say something, and then Zelda just holds a hand up. You don't know it's Zelda, but like Mary knows it's Zelda from just looking at her, but the rest of you don't. Zelda just holds up a hand in his direction that's just like, no, stop, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Wait, I think it would be, listen, if we were paying attention to the conversation, it would be easy to assume that this is the Zelda that Link was talking about.
Oh yeah, I forgot he referred to her by name. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the rest of you would know that she's Zelda as well.
Yeah.
Though obviously Mary is the only one who knows what that means.
Yeah.
Right.
For the rest of us, it might as well be like her name is, Alice.
She's got a name. It
Sarah,
starts with a
Claire.
Z and ends with an A.
Yep.
Yes.
With an ELD in the middle.
Former
That's
wife
what we
of
know.
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
But yeah.
Yes.
What was she coming around to something, or?
No, she just shut Link up.
Okay. Well, either way, if you want to, either way, you might. If you're who I think you are, you're gonna have to. You might want to end up talking to the people who crashed on the coastline. If you haven't already.
We've had our. She kind of looks beyond you. We've had some dealings. She's clearly looking at someone
As
behind
expected
you.
Yeah, she's just like, and I'd expect nothing less of the salty old codger.
How much trouble do you think he's gotten up to so far?
I want to say that she was clearly looking at something behind you when she said that.
Yeah.
I look in that direction.
Turn around.
You see just Skirvo on the other side of the street?
Yeah.
Looking at us, or is he busy involved in some other dealing or something?
He's heading in your direction, actually.
Oh, okay. Ah, speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Good to see you again, Captain. Heard you speaking of me. Nothing ill, I hope. Nothing you haven't already. Nothing you don't want people to already think about you, sir. Good lass. Yeah.
Are these the friends you were waiting for?
Aye, this be them. Now, what's this I heard about you fight? Now, what's this I heard about? I heard about a three-headed beast.
Big lizard, breathed ice. We had to deal with it. Neelo almost died twice. And then Vagar decapitated it, disemboweled it, and then it fell on us. Or rather, fell on you as I turn and look at Neelo. I got out of the way.
It's hard to avoid being crushed when you're unconscious.
We gotta work on that.
And none of that's super.
You gotta work
Man,
on
that's three heads and elemental abilities. What other wonders does this place possess?
Link
So
says
many surprises.
Link says
Much
something about
surprises,
being
but not...
Link says something about being jealous of the
Yeah.
of the fight.
Yeah. It's like
To Skirbo's question, I just
like,
simply respond.
all of that is.
How
all of
about
that's
floating
still-
castles? As I gesture with a thumb behind us.
Yeah. A little more common than you'd expect. Aye. A little more common than you'd expect. Besides, they say it's actually on. There's actually a central pillar. Just hard to see at most angles.
I don't know whether I should be concerned or not about that statement. Moving on.
But you bloody get. If you haven't gotten used to that sensation, I'm not sure you're going to perform well in my crew.
Moving on. We have a general area where we should start looking for Kalani.
We got a map from Pura, didn't we?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, we should have. Like a general map of Hyrule.
Well, you didn't.
We did not.
Oh well.
Nope.
That's on us. Should have done it. Oh.
Zelda.
Mary,
Looks,
I presume your expedition was fruitful. Managed to already got the local language down pat, sir. Excellent.
not Mary. Zelda almost looks like curious. I guess should be the she gets like an aha moment when you say that you're looking for Kalani.
Yeah.
Kalani, Link, you met someone with that name, didn't you? You were telling me about that? Yeah, she was. I think she was living in Gerudo Village.
Gerudo Town.
Oh yeah, I think she was living in Gerudo Town. What do you want with her though? She's just a child.
Wait. We must be talking about two different people. Kalani, about my height, probably more muscled than I am.
That sounds.
Warrior.
Neelo's just gonna look at Brad, and then just look at the fact that Skirbo's just in broad daylight, no disguise, and then she's just gonna go, forget it, and then she's just gonna pull up one of the images she pulled from Varut's equipment. We're looking for someone that matches this description.
That looks like an iron knuckle. The Gerudo haven't used them for. Well, not since a long time before I was born. Ancient Gerudo warriors.
Wait, Mary, didn't they mention something about 10,000 years or something like that of history before
Wait a minute.
He gestures in the way off in the distance towards the hole in
Neelo's
the
gonna
mountain.
go. Neelo's actually starting to piece some things together, realizing some of the stuff. Because now that she's dealt with the afterglow of Pura, she's she's starting to piece some things together. She's like, wait a minute. And then she's gonna actually pull out the the footage of she's gonna pull out the helmet feed of Naboris parked next to Gerudo Village, Gerudo Valley, whatever we were calling it before.
Anyways, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's like, does this look at all? Does this mean anything to you?
That's Vanaboris, the divine beast that the Gerudo use.
Yeah,
Or
I'm assuming
not.
at a
She
certain
didn't say
point
use.
we
Used
see
the
Koshia.
divine beast that the Gerudo used.
She's just gonna play some of the
Astral?
footage, and and I'm assuming it's just gonna play a bit of the stuff where they were, and then even a point where they talked to some sort of weird monk guy that Neelo doesn't even think is remotely important.
And that's a Sheikah monk, but is that Master Maz?
She's actually gonna stop, go back. Wait, this person's important?
Master Maz Koshia. He was an ancient Sheikah monk. I think he was the chief architect of the divine beasts. But he lived 10,000 years ago. Link and I only met him because the Sheikah monks were able to essentially mummify themselves.
10,000.
There's a grinding
Oh,
noise
boy.
coming from Skirvo. Blast it all.
Baruch's not going to like this. And then turn the whirls on the two ladies currently in the group, and you two just had to go and get his hopes up.
Neelo's just kind of like. Neelo's just kind of like. It's just like. That's. And. Skirvo, this. I feared this might be a possibility. Some of these planes have a. You might have heard it in passing. Some of these planes have different time streams. Golden Space is a bit. Quilrith might have made mention that it was worse than the others. For us, it might be. For us, it could have only. In most other time streams, it was only a couple of years. For these folk, ages have passed.
Yep.
Mary does just kind of a like, just does like one of those slow exhales, blows hair out of her face. Well, what now, boss?
So, who's gonna break it to the Mandalorian?
That's the Mandalorian's not the one I'm concerned about. It means we're missing Kalani means we're missing an entire piece of the puzzle. The importance of which I've already made very clear is high.
How do we fix that level of problem? I don't
Normally, I'd suggest in such cases I would suggest resurrection spells. I happen to have a couple of which knocking around somewhere, I bet. But most of them will only work on either fresh corpses or something more or something closer to the ballpark of a week or two. Your long term.
Yeah, I have a
Besides,
feeling that wouldn't work
and
on
even some of the
Edge
most
alone.
advanced healing methods would specifically require a cadaver.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling we would have a difficult time finding even bones after 10,000 years.
My thoughts exactly.
The Gerudo do preserve their dead. They have a long history. Perhaps Riju would know more about this ancient Kalani that you seek.
Right, and which one is and who's this Reiju?
The current chieftain of the Gerudo.
Right then. Right then. You lot back to the Duchess. We'll put together a plan that I'm sending you out on the southern expedition. Currently have other teams exploring several different places, and the minute we get the Crimson Shadow running, I'm going to have someone checking out those Sky Islands.
Oh, we found a point of interest you might find fascinating, send a team to. When I basically give him the data point for the house in the canyon.
Those would be good find, excellent work. Yes, if we can't bring if we can at least find the skull and jaw, we can use speak with dead, get what we need that way.
I'm gonna say this real quick.
Yeah.
Bradley, you actually surprisingly, I just realized this is the first time that Bradley and Skirbo have ever actually or really anyone in Skirbo have ever directly linked up technologically.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Neelo performed emergency maintenance on him, but never anything that involved getting his
send
getting
the
his
data
tech.
package.
You notice that the data seems to link up really easily, very naturally. It doesn't require any modifications.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's
Horse up.
File that away for further thinking.
This will just take me a minute to. Why do you have to confoundingly use these differently? Got it. You youngsters always overcomplicating everything. I like to imagine that from his standpoint, he still had to kind of do the digital equivalent of put on his readers.
Oh yeah.
Because everyone's using these newfangled running methods.
Zelda leaves to go put the tomatoes in the schoolhouse, and Link but before Link joins her, he looks at Skirbo. I'd really like to join you, and I'm sure Zelda would too, but
your adventure's over, I get it.
Every time the two of us get involved, it only seems to make things worse. And I don't want to. And he looks after Zelda. I don't want to risk losing her again.
Right then. Understandable. Understandable. Neat. Understandable. Now, if you'll all excuse me, I now need to do something I am a little far too well practiced in. and we'll start heading our way down the city, which for some reason has like a weird cloth mushroom aesthetic going on. I mean, I don't know what that's about, but
And yeah,
yeah,
Mary picked up from his tone that like it's not a situation of he almost lost her. It's a situation of he did lose her, and he
Yeah.
doesn't want that to happen again.
Yep. Well,
Also picks up on the fact that they are like 1,000,000% a couple.
yeah. So
Mhm.
Mary's just like, well, I guess I'll look for those speak with dead scrolls.
You know, I could just
I've
talk to
tried.
them.
You can?
Yeah. You just never asked.
You got this?
That's not
You got it
surprising
prepared?
in the slightest.
I, that is a way of saying it. I just always have it, for lack of better words, prepared.
Have to check. Sometimes spellcasters gotta get it like gotta like spend their mornings putting their stuff together. It's why I never got into magic. It's just it's too much hassle. Just throw some papers in a bag and call it a day. Yeah, so yeah, let's head down to the ship. How's she looking, by the way?
She's in pretty good shape actually. She isn't damaged like visibly, but like
Okay.
the move to like Golden Space proper was just kind of rough, and it kind of
Yeah.
and also Golden Space's magic is weird, and so it kind of messed up
Yeah.
the flight systems.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Neelo is just like, it's like, never thought I'd actually be. I wonder when I started becoming happy to see this thing.
That is a good question.
Everyone gets there eventually. Some
Mhm.
some people claim it not but a ship of nightmares and horrors. Imagine.
They've clearly never seen the inside of a Covenant supercarrier.
Yeah, neither have I. But if you've ever seen but if you've ever seen the Underdark, which I doubt you have, it's a lovely place for a vacation if you're looking for some decent monsters to fight. If you're not looking for that, then it's a good place to die.
Ah, so your average Tuesday for any planet in the Covenant War. Good to know.
He's just yeah. So let's make way to the ship.
Mhm. You get back onto the ship, and we're gonna actually end the session off there. So.
You don't wanna have Varut be
Oh
told
wait, yeah.
this session.
Let's do that first. Yes, let's do that first.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You back onto the ship,
Ah,
and Barut is there.
you're all back. I see. How was your trek across the continent? Oh, and did you
Eventful.
find out from the locals what caused that massive hole in that mountain?
Actually, nobody seemed to know immediately. Where
Mhm.
I honestly can't wait until like I know that when you ask her, Kalani's response is just gonna be like, oh,
no,
Well,
I
whoops.
know what Kalani's response is gonna be. Don't you worry.
Okay.
But anyways, right now we got to deal with the important thing in the room. The important thing in the room. Um, Varut, there's something I am.
yes. Did something happen? Well, you all seem to have all your limbs intact. This time.
Nice dig at your own character. I love it.
Like, he looks the entire party over. Well, no, it can't be that
Yeah.
anyone lost any limbs. You're all here. You're all alive. Myria doesn't seem to have added too much to her undead collection.
Captain, I'm going to spend a minute in your... Captain, I'm going to spend an hour in that chair. If you don't mind, I'm going to spend a minute in that chair of yours. It has been way too long since I've done field work to this extent. Go on.
So go on already. Spit it out.
Yeah. Mr. Varut,
Mr.
it
Ordo.
is with deep regret that I'm to inform you that Kalani Dragmeyer is dead.
Uh-huh.
And
what makes you so
based on our
certain of
research,
that?
it's
We just got here.
based on some preliminary research done by Mary's Await team. We have now uncovered that it appears as though the time displacement of this sphere is more severe than I had hoped or feared. This, for what was merely a few years for you, was thousands.
Wait.
Here.
What? God.
Nabor, according to some of the stuff, Naboris, their giant machine, was apparently buried and dug up recently, about 100 years ago, but somebody told us around the ballpark 10,000 years ago it was made?
He just has like a blank face, and then it's just sort of like a... Wait, 10... Ooh, fuck. Thanks.
Oh, does he faint?
Like, he's faint. Fuck.
Yeah, so he does a big
10,000
faint.
years in the Star Wars galaxy is like half of recorded history.
Yeah, so you're telling me that Varut just fainted at this news.
Yep.
You know what? I think I have a good closing line for this. Skirvo just kind of watches him go down. Neelo's obviously doing the hands over the mouth section worried look, and Skirvo just says, didn't take him for a fainter.
Anyways, that's where we're gonna end this session. So bye now.